Limburger Company.
I use my powers as a mod to change Highwing's game to do Pussy 2.
No. You stop that.
해가 졌으니까 슬슬 쉬어봐.
Hey, how'd that get there?
마침
Oh, I also gotta
관광의
do
어떤
this.
비즈니스가 완성되는 날이거든요.
Because if we're having a fucking, field trip on a bus, we've got to be able to present to the class the lessons. Hi, welcome back to Limbus Company. How'd this get here? Hey, new event. I'm gonna cash in real quick. Now, for the archives, you may be wondering, how the fuck do you already have her? The day before, we streamed a little bit of this at the end of my other stream, and I just did a 10 pull and got her.
Yeah, I hate you, by the way.
Yeah, funny thing is, I bought because I had something to do a number of 10 pulls, didn't get shit. So I decided, no, I'm gonna use the rest of my threads to buy her. So I bought her. Then I got like Ethan, I got some more Lucy for another 10 pull. Oh, what's this? And guess what, idiot? It's time you get. It's a gold. Ooh, am I gonna get the Hong Lu ego? No, it's her again. I'm like,
They
damn.
tend. I feel like their weight is definitely more on IDs versus ego, because I feel like ego is their chase and it's their luxury. I need energy for this, don't I?
You're going to need energy, yes. You're also
Energy,
going to need modules.
What was that, Tiger?
Both.
You're going to need energy and modules.
Well, I got modules in the form of boxes, but this is what I'm looking at for the team right now, just because, like, we're gonna need Sinclair, we're gonna need Ryoshu at some point, but, like, I have Hong Lu and I have, this. And I'm thinking the team's gonna be Yisong, Ishmael, Rhodia, Hong Lu maybe, but I don't know. I don't know who the other two will be, and I'm hoping to get some input on that.
Hong Lu, or at least like, because it's good to have the
Soda.
Because I'll tell you now, there are stopgaps. If like, because if you don't have enough of something, then you can't continue on forwards.
Oh boy, another song to get fucking sick of as I grind.
The music is good in this one. Click gather scrap.
Yeah, I'm just reviewing what we get in this event. The 20% are the freebie stuff you get. You get a identity for Sinclair, and you get a ego for Ryoshu of her polluting the ocean.
Delicious, delicious pollution.
The beach episode. They're just fucking saying it, huh? I was gonna turn up the volume.
It's pretty fucking great.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. There we go. After a long, long journey through a tunnel, we finally arrive at a place called the Great Lake. Taking in the view of the vast turquoise waters, the sinners begin excitedly chattering about what they want to do at the beach. But, are we really here on vacation? Cow. It's been about 2 weeks since we took care of the job at K-Corp. And the immense dullness of traveling through a nest by car was just starting to sink in.
You ever been in a traffic jam for 2 weeks?
Pretty sure I saw a road that looked exactly like this one 30 minutes ago.
둥지와 뒷골목의 도로를 비교해서는 곤란합니다. 뒷골목에서는 통하는 길만 한다면 골목 구석구석을 질주하며 갔을 수 있었겠지만 보통 둥지 안에서 차를 타고
Oh, did they get Faust lip flaps now? I never noticed that.
어마어마하게 끔찍한 교통체증까지 감안하겠다는 뜻이니까요. 그래서 돈 좀 주머니에 짤랑거린다 싶으면 W4 워프 열차도 타고 그러는 거 아니겠어? 워프 열차는...
Wait. You know? The bus fell silent, as though everyone seemed to simultaneously recall the warp train they saw in the mirror. Oh my god, they do know! Oh no!
전 역시 버스가 나은 것 같네요.
That's really funny, because I think these are the only people that actually know.
동의한다.
차라리 히스처럼 속편하게 자기라도 하자. 창밖만 보고 있다가는 지루해 죽겠으니까.
Has Heathcliff been taking a 2-week nap? So, we spent days upon days of boredom on the bus, making very little progress.
I mean, that's what I do on long trips. I just sleep.
Towards a tunnel that seemed to lead somewhere.
거의 다 왔군요. 이 터널만 지나면 곧 길이 틀 겁니다.
Just as Val said, the traffic jam appeared to visibly improve, allowing us to make actual progress. Wait, was it actually a 2-week traffic jam? Oh man, that's like fucking Earthbound. It's great. That's good. Can't see much yet, but I'm glad we're almost there. Speaking of which, our destination was, yes indeed. Once again, we were being blindingly led along by our guide to who knows where. Don't you think it's about time you started telling us where we're going?
탄태 씨가 목적지를 묻는군요.
I was asking if you could start telling us where we're headed before we leave, but I thought better of it.
이번 목적지는 최종 목적지는 유사에 위치한 로봇
Oh.
지부입니다.
U-Corp as an underwater corp, I see. And Ishmael hates that.
자다가 깼어? 갑자기 움찔거려서 놀랬잖아. 아, 죄송해요.
I wasn't sure why Ishmael suddenly jolted, but I decided to carry on with our conversation. Wait, so by our final destination, you mean...
지금 우리는 경유지를 향해 갑니다.
Just as Virgilius finished his sentence, the bus emerged from the lengthy tunnel.
저건
Oh my fucking god, the
Time for
song.
royalty-free music again.
I looked to the window, which had suddenly turned bright. And the cleanest sandy beach and the most turquoise blue ocean I had ever seen graced my eyes.
저것은 대호수가 아니오.
The Great Lake. Have we ever talked about the Great Lake in any of the games?
No.
With Don Quixote's enthusiastic explanation, sinners began waking up from their naps one by one.
야, 이거 얼마 만에 보는 광경이야?
God, Gregor sounds like such an uncle there.
어머, 그래. 자기는 와봤던 거야? 나는 말만 들었지 한 번도 와본 적 없는데.
The sinners each began excitedly chattering about the sea.
아니, 잠깐.
What?
내 차례라고?
I'm sorry, my turn? Except for one, that is.
아직 다들
Consider the fat
준비가
chapter
안
timeline.
됐는데.
Ooh. You good?
아니요. 잠시만요. 생각을 좀 할 게 있어서요.
While I was still worried about Ishmael's sudden gloominess, I had faith that she would be okay. She was always on top of things, after all. Besides, my attention was drawn to the bubbling enthusiasm that seemed to have possessed the bus.
그러면 우리는 대호수로 가는 것이요?
대호수는 듣기만 해보고 실제로 본 적은 없었는데 이런 모습이
I can't believe Sinclair's such a landlocked boy.
오, 지친 우리의 여정 속에서 드디어 물놀이라는 것이 있을 예정인가 보.
아하, 이런 곳에서 휴양을 즐겨보는 것도 좋은 경험이겠어요.
What do you mean could be?
쉴 수 있게 된다면 따뜻한 모래사장 위에 누워 하늘을 바라보고 싶소.
I do like how Yisong is now actually participating in conversation. This is nice.
사람 벤치에서 일광욕. 본인은 비치 볼리볼.
Beach Burr.
So, I was spoiled on that just because it was immediately put in the Discord. But yeah, beach volleyball is pretty good.
그거 재밌겠네.
The sinners were all eagerly chatting about things they wanted to do. It was nice to see them excited for once. But
이봐 안내자 양반. 우리 정말 쉬는 거야?
everyone seemed to be conveniently forgetting the fact that Virgilius never mentioned if we were stopping at the beach.
그럴 리가.
I was like, the fuck do you think?
그런
바퀴를 도랑이 걸칠 거야. 끼.
Crashing his bus with no survivors.
The formerly on-track bus suddenly swerved, and everyone is thrown around the bus as is often the case.
뭔가 속습인가?
그저 경유지에 도착한 것뿐이다.
The sinners got to their feet one by one, groaning with pain.
이게 대체 뭔가?
It's the beach episode! This is another
side.
This is
story
another
that's
side
that's
story. It's a side story that leads into the main story. So this is canon. It is still canon, but it is like PM has set a precedent for this of like heavy shit levity, heavy shit levity. We are in the levity phase. Only the disparaging cries of sinners echoed in the dark and damp view outside the windows.
Levity, as they say.
Yeah, you thought you were getting a beach episode. You thought.
Mud flat scrapyard.
Anyone with a brain would know what PM would have been doing.
Of course, our destination was some squelchy green and fetid mud flat. Though I can see the blue sea in the distance, it feels as far away as a dream. Buried in mountains of trash from who knows where. Well, what could we possibly be here for?
다들 연장 챙기죠.
재촉지만
다들 연장. 좋아. 몸 좀 풀어보자고.
What the fuck else do I use?
Look at me,
Lose, man.
Mister has both fucking 40%.
On lose
uptake
fine.
from-
It's fine. Honestly, Pierce is good here.
Pierce?
Yeah.
I've been using a Sank Association Dawn.
Well, I don't have Conquistador Dawn, so I gotta use Funny Donkey here.
Or you can use Ryoshi.
Ryoshi only has one Pierce attack. Though, technically, so does Donkey.
Or he helps as well.
Oh, yeah, huh? We could use the Funny Gun.
You have to add it in.
I mainly set him to this just for the passive. But yeah, Pierce is pretty good here.
자, 불 뜯을 시간이다.
Easy as salad.
투입합니다.
말도 안 되고. 이런 거.
Look at how sad she is.
New Dawn phase.
She looks like someone kicked her puppy.
놀랍게도 돈키호테 베르빌리우스 저 양반은 한 번도 놀라고 말한 적 없어.
아니, 제법 운치는 있군.
Did she say not bad?
아, 이럴 거면 아까 그 예쁜 모래사장은 왜 보여준 거야?
그러게요. 차라리 모르고 왔으면.
I wish I never saw the beach.
아니, 저기 바로 코앞에 아까 보았던 모래사장이 있지 않을까?
It's kind of incredible just how perfectly bisected this beach is.
왜 저리로 가지 않는 것이오? 공기도 깨끗해 보이고 날씨도 좋아 보이는데.
이번 목적지가 그쪽이 아니니까요.
Where'd she go?
The ground.
The sinner's faces grew dark with disappointment. Can't say that I wasn't a little excited to have some proper rest myself, but I had a feeling this was gonna happen. So, where are we exactly? It'd be in everyone's interest to focus on what's next.
이곳은
21구 유사의 뒷골목이죠. 아, 젠장. 아직 안 되는데.
맞습니다.
So that's why there hasn't been any congestion since the tunnel. Because we're not in a nest.
그건 둥지마다 그리고 뒷골목마다 다르기 때문에 일반화하기는 힘들어요. 하지만 이번의 경우는 그렇다고 볼 수 있겠네요.
I know that it's not the case here, but because of how, like, how this game handles, like, dialogue and character portraits, it kind of looks like Faust is, like, awkwardly looking away from Dante, like she doesn't want to, like, admit this.
I mean, that's just what Faust does all the time. If she's looking at you, that means you're frustrating her.
그렇군. 칼로 변화듯 경계가 져 있다. 이런 특징을
A
가진
boundary?
네, 여기는
대호수죠. 여긴 원래 그래요. 저렇게 쉬기 좋게 평화로운 공간은 보통 둥지의 영역이죠.
설명의 기회가 자꾸 아사지는
My job's getting taken, hell! Does this place count as a back street when it's so open?
뒷골목은 단순히 건물과 건물 사이에 생겨난 골목만을 칭하지 않아요. 둥지가 품지 않은 구획의 전역을 의미하죠.
Right.
뭐 이런 쓰레기 같은 것들이 너저런 걸 보면 누가 봐도 뒷골목 아니냐?
우후! 이것 보시오! 쓸만해 보이는!
뭐야? 왜 말을 하다 말아?
움직였어.
What?
뭐가?
이 라디오! 움직였어! 21구의 라디오는 발이 달려 움직이는 건가?
Are we gonna have another episode of Heathcliff getting eaten by the local wildlife?
뭐 정말?
At Heathcliff's cry, everyone turned towards a certain pile of trash.
I really like Heathcliff in this.
And there
Time for
was,
crab.
all of a sudden, a monster! Behold, crab.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
I like how this is just the tone for the goofy fights.
Time for crab.
Pierce, orange, rupture. What is wrong with these numbers? Holy shit.
It's probably because you have it on medium
고작 터뜨려주지.
details. I just set mine to max so that I can remember to see like what
완벽한 한 방.
everything does. Like
시원한
really
걸.
does.
Man, the past 3 chapters have all hated Slash.
날 뛰어보라고.
금방
Oh,
끝내고
it's
버스로
crab.
들어갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
The crab. Shell tackle.
You want to fight against something that's less carapace, then we should be. Then it would be more likely to be susceptible to slash.
가자.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Man, after all the mirror dungeon... No, we're just going to the fucking casino music, huh? After all the mirror dungeons I'm playing, it feels weird to go back to, like, numbers of 2 plus 2.
Yeah, it's how often I can keep hitting the win rate button, just breezing through a lot of this.
Pretty much. I'm just like, whoa, this is easy, what?
적출할게요.
I'm winning clashes, hello?
No fucking kidding.
I mean, I've been getting to the regular mirror dungeon fine, just albeit time consuming.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Wow, Heathcliff is already almost out of bullets.
얼어가지. 정신을 못 차릴 거야. 파쇄 완료. 야호. 이기는 편.
So this is the interesting thing is that we didn't really cover it. This Ishmael is a sinking character. Which is really bizarre, because sinking is kind of decidedly anti-human?
It's really funny when you use her when you get a particular ego gift in your dungeon where you inflict sinking with area attack, which would then just have her and you saying just inflicting dumping
yeah.
It's like 15 sinking.
And it's kind of the wild thing is that Spicy Yu Yisong and Boat Ishmael are just kind of the same character.
이 순간을 어딘가에 담고
But she's more decidedly, it's less like, you know, she's more focused, is the thing.
Also, if you may have noticed, I have decided to change the portraits for some of the characters just because I like the portraits better. The one I like the most is this version of Chef Ryoshu.
Also, you have noticed something, there's also another change in the UI, that the colors are now more vibrant.
In the UI?
In combat UI.
Not the one.
I believe they've actually changed it so it's easier to tell if you're colorblind.
From mountains of refuse, outcrawled crustacean creatures covered in all sorts of scrap. According to Ishmael, they're pretty infamous in the backstreets of U-Corp. Speaking of which, I wonder what's going on with her. She's been in the doldrums all day. Go ahead.
I'll say Gloom and Pride's a bit more distinguishable now. You look at the colors. Colors are very much like they change the colors.
It's kind of always distinguish it as blue versus pale. Is this just a pile of axes on a crab?
Yeah.
You see these colors, especially like most notably when you look at Envy, how dark that purple is and how green the green is.
Man, this is just sweeps week. These poor crabs. At least there aren't chickens. I can't wait for every event to just be like some form of food as the enemy.
Yeah, these enemies don't squeeze your nuts as much as the chickens do, because, oh boy, those chickens were rough.
Chickens were awful, dude.
Especially when you got multiple of the ones that just gives like other chickens like increased damage and whatnot. Oh, sure. Give Papa Boingy fucking like 8+ like power, assholes.
I think PM learned their lesson after fucking Hell's Chicken. Oh shit, we got some camera angles here.
Good for people who might get motion sickness. It happens so fucking often, I tell you.
I love the self-tremor builds because I love the idea of like risk versus reward, and this is like a great way to do it. But I feel like we don't generate the tremor quickly enough.
Maybe up type 5, up type 4 maybe.
Man, Ishmael fans are like fucking spoiled lately, because whoo boy, 2 triple lots in the span of like 2 weeks. Hello.
Yeah, where's my what about us, Otis fan?
I was thinking the same thing because I was like, man, Otis only has like 1 triple lot, right?
Yup.
My 4 you paid and put it on his head. It showed me a lot of image fan art of Otis. I like Otis. She's funny.
그래서 이 벌레 개딱지 같은 것들은 뭔데?
저기.
Uh-oh.
내가 알 턱이 없잖아.
덱 안 봤어, 아저씨. 자꾸 그러는 거 피해망상이라니까. 벌레 이야기만 나오면 아주.
Can't even talk about bugs around this guy. What the fuck?
Ah, come on, this guy. I mean, I can't believe it. Come on.
그랬겠네요.
The what now? Ishmael interjected all of a sudden.
스크랩게요. 저렇게 등딱지에 쓰레기나 폐품 같은 걸 붙여서 지비자 무기로 만드는 것들요. 지긋지긋한 놈들이죠. 물가에서 일하는 사람들에게 불쑥 튀어나와 공격하기도 하고 주변을 돌아다니는 사람들을 덮치는 일도 잦고.
Oh, she is mad.
도 날마다 불어나고.
Funnily enough, I will say that this event made me like. Well, I get where she's coming from. It made me like Ishmael less.
Huh.
And funny enough, it made me like Heathcliff more actually.
Ishmael? I was about to check in with Ishmael as I probably shouldn't let this go on for any longer, but... Hey!
Look who it is!
Look who it is.
A couple people in work overalls seem to approach from a distance.
이카, 귀한 고객님들이잖아. 좀 더 예의를 차려야.
So this is directly for the fucking Ruina fans.
아, 그런가?
Retweets? Are you asking about retweets, Ryoshu?
No, they're re-X's now.
R and T's, Highway. R and T's.
Yeah, reason tweets.
저것들은 뭐냐고 하시는 것 같네.
Oh, son of a bitch. Thank you, Sinclair.
레인, 이 사람들 우리 보고 저것이라고 하는데 꼭 예의를 지켜야 하는 걸까?
저길 수도 있다. 어이, 신분을 밝혀라.
How fucking awful would it be if you're just like a mechanic out at your job, and some crazy person's like, they could be enemies. You two, identify yourself.
저희에 대한 얘기를 전달받지 못하신 건가요?
Nope. We've been in the traffic jam for 2 weeks.
전혀 없다.
Also, that coat is like gigantic for you, my dude.
Oh, he just fixed the stupid face like a smug. Yeah, baby. Oh, you moron.
저기요, 스파이라면 좀 더 체계적인 방법을 사용하지 않을까요?
그렇겠죠. 오티스 씨, 이분들은 이번에 협력할 분들입니다.
The only two people that pay attention to anything are Faust because she knows ahead of time because she's actually a part of the company, and Ishmael because she's the only one that reads the fucking blankets.
I love Otis who's like, say something next time, damn it. Now I feel like an asshole.
반갑습니다. 미카 씨, 레인.
Kind of because you are one, Otis.
림버스 컴퍼니 버스 부서입니다.
Bus department feels like such a weird, like, department.
Our department is the bus.
버스 맞네요. 그때 그분도 버스 녀석들이라고 말하셨어요.
The bus blokes.
LCC 디포팀이 이미 다녀갔다고 들었습니다. 그분이라는 건
Foreshadowing.
잠시 명함 좀 다시 보고. LCC 네, 맞네요.
확인은 끝난 것 같으니까 가게로 돌아가서 마저 이야기하죠. 그 버스에 대한 것도 좀 보고. 여기 계속 서서 대화하기는 좀 그렇잖아요.
Oh man, we're gonna be modifying Faust's car. Is she okay with this? We're their customers?
아니,
Highway, you're here for a
저희
reason.
여긴 왜 들른 거야?
간단히 말하자면 저희의 목적지인 유사는 대호수 위의 배들로 이루어져 있는 둥지입니다. 따라서 메피스토펠레스의 현재 형태로는
Turning my precious car into a boat now.
It's really the engine is her thing.
대호수는 시시각각 환경이 변하기도 해요. 그 호수에서 버틸 수 있는 배가 필요하겠죠.
God, you can see the fucking trauma in her eyes now. We have never seen this.
She is staring into the fucking distance.
Ishmael is the most straight-laced character out of everybody in the entire group.
Except when it comes to the ocean, it would seem.
Well, it's a deeply traumatizing place.
This is when I ask. This is when I ask chat. Hey, did you read Moby Dick when you were in high school? Because I sure
Ocean
didn't.
is hungry.
Virgilia sounds especially upset at the circumstance.
지난번 회식 때문에 예산 타격이 컸나?
He's more upset at everybody
먹을 수
else.
있을 만큼 시키라 해서 마음껏 주문했던
Virgilius is just perpetually upset.
Like Rhodia said, looking at the somewhat dilapidated shop made me curious about our finances. But nothing good could ever come out of this conversation, so I decided to table that thought.
remember most that Virgilius will be upset about is typically whatever the crew is up to, because he's one who knows what's up with like most of the things we're getting into.
Arthropon, I could absolutely see myself Korean barbecuing my way into fucking debt. I like what they're trying to get at here, but the fucking... the shaking of the JPEG is so funny to me. The boat rights. Oh, before we do that, check rewards. Oh my god, we got a video game UI here. The goals are 500 and...
easy to get to, but then... Is that 2,000 is the one that you want.
2,000 for soda. There's also a level 30 ticket here. I believe there's a deca, or do you just get enough tickets for a deca?
Probably enough tickets for a deca, because...
and a card HUD. The pair called Mika and Rain seem to have been expecting us. I guess the LCCB already informed them of our arrival. Looks like we're gonna have to modify Mephistopheles in order to get to our next destination.
레인, 나는 이 버스 좀 살펴볼 테니까 손님들 접대. 아니, 대응 좀 부탁해.
알았어.
Both of you are wearing clothes that are way too big for you.
Take what you can get in the back streets.
The sinners were led into what appeared to be a workshop packed with tools and various mechanical apparatus.
이 공방은 보기보다 꽤 고난도의 장비까지 하고 있는 모양이군.
알아보시겠나요?
무기와 장비를 정비하는 공방적 기술에 대한 폭넓은 이해는 전쟁 중에 가장 중요했으니까.
Wow, Otis looks a little terse there. This awkward conversation was cut short by a sudden and deafening noise.
무슨 소리죠?
메피스토펠레스의 비명. 아니.
Ah, she forgot to turn off the car alarm.
죄송해요. 잘못 건드렸어요.
지금 쿵쿵대는 소리도 잘못 건드려서 나는 거야, 미카?
저기요! 밖에!
방금 마주쳤던 개체와 동일한 종으로 보인다.
It always throws me for a loop how fucking huge Merceau is.
Tall man.
And he's only 6 feet.
비슷해 보이긴 하네요.
It's more that everybody else is short.
비슷한 것이 아니라 같은 개체에 속한다는 뜻이다.
Everyone outside, now! Outside. A giant enemy crab with massive shipping containers on its back loomed over us. Did we actually write that in? Fuck you, game.
Attack is
Hit its weak point for massive damage.
Well, at least for a brief moment. We were soon overwhelmed by the sound of heavy metal scraping against the floor.
좌우로 산계해라.
저건 어디를 또 깨부숴야 하는 거야?
Just as we were all collectively losing our minds.
당연히 대가리를 깨부숴야지.
A dark figure leapt out from somewhere onto the creature's head. That was a fucking Godzilla scream.
가만히 있어라.
I mean, would you want it to be the scream from the crab from Order of Ecclesia?
Yes. A blinding light and a deafening explosion assaulted the crab's shell.
도망가는 건가요?
The figure leapt gracefully from the back of the fleeing creature and slowly approached us. This looks like the one character, the one, it's not a Big Daddy, but the other thing from Bioshock 2.
Big Sisters.
Big Sister, that's it. She squelched over the depressing mudflat in her swim fins and stood before us, a colossal harpoon resting on her shoulder.
그래. 너희가 그 녀석이 말한
Yo! We spoiled this yesterday, actually. But for people that played Library of Ruina, one of the first encounters you fight is the Molar Corporation. The first,
Molar Office.
Molar Office, thank you. The first quote-unquote victims of the warp bus. And among them, you had Mika and Rain, the two basically like entry-level positions. But then you had this character, the head of the Mueller office, who was fucking awesome. After some time,
we only got caught up in that whole thing because of a certain someone from Hardcore.
Yeah.
올가 씨까지 포함해 정식으로 소개드리죠.
Olga is the best.
이번 메피스토
That's why this
플레이스의
place called the
개조에
Roller
도움을 주신
Boatworks.
어금니 보트 센터라는 이름의 공방분들입니다.
Yeah, if the keen eye would have known. I didn't say anything, but I saw this when I was looking at the back map. In the back, you can very plainly see that the boat right has the Molar office's logo of a molar surrounded by chains.
Yep.
I mean, people guess it from the silhouette because of the guy, because of
The chainsaw, yeah.
I just fucking got that. I was like, wait, no, it's teeth because of the teeth of the chainsaw. God damn it! Fuck!
Also, man, this outfit looks goofy. It looks like they just slapped this on her head.
She's wearing a towel on her head.
귀한 고객분들인데 행동을 가려서.
I liked Olga a lot, mainly because she was cool in Runa, but also her mechanic was discard synergy, and I think that's a really fun strategy.
아우, 내가 뭘 그렇게 잘못했다고 그래. 나 아직 뭐 안 했거든.
She's also very cockney. And yeah, Olga's old weapon was what, a hacksaw, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Next, basically,
I'd say she's upgraded.
아직이라는 게 문제죠. 개업한 지 얼마 되지도 않았는데 조심해서 나쁠 건 없잖아요.
Oh, they just opened. Interesting.
업종을 갑자기 바꾸는 일이 쉬운 건 아니었을 텐데 할만했습니까? 5급 해결사 올가.
뭐 해결사?
You said
Don Quixote activation.
You said the funny words.
뭐야? 해결사 썼어? 어째? 생각했어. 어찌하여 다른 일을 하게 된 것이오?
Ma'am, please allow me to smell your armpits.
주로 어디에서 활동했던 것이오? 어떤 협회에서 어떤 서비스에서 5급까지 간 것이오? 역시 트레스 협회에서 공방 시험을 본 것인가?
Is grade 5 really that great? It seems like
grade 5 is middle of the pack. It's still better than like fucking
Roland.
Well, it's better than like probably like 70% of the fixers out there because
Sure.
70% of the fixers out there fucking eat shit and toil at grade 9 jobs forever.
True. Speaking of neuron activation.
알겠어. 알아들었다네.
미안하군요, 올가 씨. 이제 시끄러운 건 잠잠해질 겁니다.
붉은 시선.
Oh yeah. Man, there's been 3 characters with the designation of red, hasn't there? Because you had the red mist, you have the red gaze, and then you had the vermilion cross, which is ostensibly red.
Vermilion is a different color than red.
Is it? Really? Hang on.
A different shade of red.
Well, it's like based in red.
고맙습니다.
Technically, it's red orange.
존재를 하는 게 너무 오랜만이라.
I am an artist. I have to know these things.
That's true.
도서관에서의 사건 이후로 책으로부터 하나 둘씩 돌아왔던 모양이던데.
Yeah, this is the big spoiler, is that after the events of Ruina, everybody that got booked, barring the blue reverbs, are all back. Which
means one thing, Highway. Which means one thing. Our Liu situation, they're back.
Yeah, Zhao is back.
어땠습니까, 당신들은?
But this is gonna
her ego too. You know how fucked that is.
But this is gonna extrapolate on what happened when they got unbooked.
우리도 뭐 다르지는 않죠. 나 죽었나? 싶었더니 갑자기 눈을 떠보니 이 근처이지 뭡니까? 미카도 레인도 없었고 당장 배는 고프니까 뭐라도 먹어.
Grab myself a nosh.
어땠더라?
크랩개가 튀어나와서 주변에 있는 걸 주워 무기를 만든 다음에 산산조각을 내고 구워 먹었다고 하셨죠.
It feels weird to hear Rain of all people say Bob's your uncle.
I mean, it's kind of impressive that Olga managed to improvise a fucking weapon out of scrap.
I could see Olga being able to do that. One of the big things about being the drunken fighter that she is that you have to be really good at improv.
그러다가 개에 붙은 폐품으로 고철 바꿔먹기를 시작했고.
오케이, 레인. 네가 설명하는 게 낫겠다.
저 올가라는 사람은 뭔가 대충대충 스타일이네.
Rodia's like, huh, this attitude feels familiar. Also, wow. Like, back in Ruina, Olga was pretty tall compared to all the other characters you would get. Rodion's taller than her. Yeah, Rodion, like someone else I know.
Mommy to mommy conversation.
누굴 말하는지 모르겠네.
엄마? 이건 또 뭐래? 머리통이 의체인가?
누님, 자꾸 그러시면 이야기가 끝나지 않아요.
I love the fact that Dante is recognized as having a prosthetic head because like back when RimWorld was super popular, a buddy of mine was streaming it, and I would always joke about the prosthetic neck, which in that game is a neck stump. It was just the funniest thing to me.
The idea of having favorite characters finally coming back. That's right, Nemo's alive. Maybe.
Yeah, Nemo's alive! The Kate is back! Oh, I can't wait. Nemo's so great.
Well, that's thing if he lived, where like if he got dropped in a reasonable spot.
Yeah. The woman they called
big if there.
The woman they called Olga fell back, clicking her tongue. And a man they called Rain came forward, bringing us up to speed. He was a fixer, working alongside Olga and Mika up until they were all sucked into the library, getting wrapped up in these things called receptions. And just when he thought he was a goner, he suddenly came to, began wandering, and found Olga. They began collecting scrap metal together, with Mika joining along the way, and ended up running a workshop, almost like they used to run the office back in the old days. So yeah, it wasn't explicitly stated until now. Once everybody got unbooked, they were unbooked in random locations, which means there's a very real problem that somebody might have gotten unbooked in the outskirts.
And also, the fact that all of the people from ArtCorp who got unbooked might not be in the same place, which is a problem.
Oh, because there's duplicates of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because the big rule about the city is that cloning is not illegal, but there can only be one instance of you active at a time. For like, you can only have 2 at a maximum of 24 hours, I believe.
A week.
Oh, wow, that's a lot more generous than I thought. So, but the thing about Runa is that there were 2 separate instances of the same R Corporation squadron being invited to the library. So that being said, there are 2 instances of each of the rabbit units out in the world now, which means the head's probably fucking furious right now.
Well, it depends on how quickly they, because they're not all coming back all at once. People are like appearing one by one.
To be fair, if some of them appeared in the outskirts, then I guess you have a loophole there.
Virgilius muttered something to himself, looking at Faust, who stood near him. Actually, the whole thing about about being unbooked by the library was kind of already like stated in library. No, wait. Did we still have the Iori conversation at the end, or was that patched out?
I don't remember.
Ah. Well, the original intent was that Iori was unbooked by the end of Ruina.
Which, much to Virgilius' chagrin.
Yeah, Virgilius, not a fan of that.
Angela, I want to know why my orphanage died.
Faust nodded silently. Oh, Ish is having a normal one. I knew that there was something between the two of them, but it was always about something apocryphal. Apocryphal, thank you. That I couldn't even begin to understand. Besides, I was starting to get worried about Ish, who was growing increasingly distraught.
Apocryphal, of a story or statement of doubtful authenticity, although widely circulated as being true.
It was about time I had talked to her about the sudden change. Ish? You've been here before? It looks like you recognize those crabs from earlier. I like that Dante's now taking a proactive approach to management.
네. 문제가 있나요?
Oh, no, not really. I'm just wondering how they taste. It sounds like people eat them?
무슨 의도로 그런 의미 없는 질문을 갑자기 하시는지 뻔히 보이지만 그래도 대답을 드리자면 네, 크랩 차우더로 꽤 먹어보았죠.
Man, crab chowder sounds real good though.
구역질을 억지로 참아야 했지만 뱉어내지 않으면 소화할 수는 있는 맛이라고 해야 할까요? 질문에 대한 답이 됐나요?
Yeah. Thanks?
Considering the state of the area they live in, I doubt they're very healthy.
True. Yeah, that was the best question I could have come up with, but her reception was much colder than I expected.
그런데 먹을 수 있는 거군요. 저거.
Oh man.
뒤틀림 같이 생겼는데요.
Sinclair's like, shit, they're edible? Ugh. No, I don't think that's an abnormality or a distortion.
네? 그럼
Divergent evolution, baby.
환상체와 뒤틀림을 구분할 수 있는 단테 씨는 설명이 없어도 알 수 있으셨겠죠. 저것은 생물입니다. 돌연변이라고 할 수도 있겠군요. 그러니 이론적으로 섭취에는
I don't know. I feel well. I guess mutation would be problematic if it was like human mutations, but crab mutations? Ah, fucking whatevs.
저희 할머니도
All
돌연변이
returns to
동물들을
crab.
많이 수집하곤 하셨죠. 저런 생물은 저도 처음 보지만요. 참 진기한 구경이네요.
Good for you? Right? Oh, he's dead. Christopher, are you there?
What?
Sorry about that. I was distracted.
Oh.
Also,
I was worried that my internet had crapped out or something for a moment.
No, you can still hear the audio, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say it's kind of your grandmother's kind of fucked up, Hogaloo. Wow.
네, 그런 덕분에 저희가 밥도 먹고 정비 일도 할 수 있는 거죠.
The woman they called Mika was walking over from inside the boat workshop, an inscrutable look on her face.
미카, 어때? 견적은 좀 나와?
공방에서 일하시던 아버지께서는 말씀하셨죠. 싹 다 뜯어 고쳐야겠다.
The whole shebang.
뭐 엔진을 다 드러내야 한다던가 그런 거냐?
I like how Heathcliff is just like instantly in the know.
아니요, 그 부분까지는 건드릴 필요 없어요. 함부로 건드릴 엄두도 안 나고.
Because like, no, thank God, cause fuck that.
버스 내부를 잠깐 봤는데 복잡한 것도 정도가 있어야 한다는 생각이 들더라고요. 하지만 그것 외에는 전부예요. 부력 발생 장치도 없고 프로펠러도 조타 장치도 없고요.
So, what do we do now?
그건 예상했습니다. 해결 방법을 제시하시죠.
방금 저 관리자라는 분이 뭐라 말하신 것 같은데 그냥 째깍인 건가? 뭐
Oh yeah, I forgot. Only like the sinners know what Dante says.
방법은 우리한테 있어요. 재료만 있으면 어떻게든 만들 수 있죠.
기계를 개조할 재료라고 한다면은 뭐 어디 고철 같은 거라도 주워야 하나?
Yes.
잘 아시네요. 그리고 잘 하실 수 있을 거라고 보고요. 아까 보니까 잘 하실 것 같던데.
With that, Mika pointed away towards where the trash crabs were.
크랩 개들을 처리하면 회품을 모을 수 있을 겁니다.
몇 마리나?
4,000.
아주 많이요.
그럼 그렇지. 일하려고 온 거구만.
Can't believe we're getting
그치.
getting fucking car modifications on the discount of we're doing the labor.
정확해. 이번 경유지에서 너희는 버스를 개조할 부품을 모아오면 된다. 황금가지를 찾아오는 것보다 쉽고 간편한 일이지. 자, 그럼 나는 이 협력업체 분들과 담소라도 나누고 있을 테니.
I just noticed something about Virgilius's hand. Oh, never mind. Those are just scars. I thought Virgilius had math on his hands for a second.
전원 바다로.
저런 건
I feel like such a monster because like Don Quixote is so sad and is just crushed by this whole experience, and all I'm doing is laughing at it.
That's no beach.
아니, 맞아요. 저 모습도 대호수의 일부. 바다라고도 불리는 한 모습이니까.
Interesting that she calls it the sea. Because there is a distinction of sea and ocean.
What is a sea with a very large what is a very large lake with a sea?
Exactly.
Maybe if it's not as salty, but still.
Except for the salt lakes. Time to collect scrap. Time to salvage scrap and prepare the bus for both hell and high water.
돈 벌러 가자.
These are the best filler arcs, honestly. Just time for the team to be goofs.
하룬, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
This music is also really fucking good.
It better be, considering you're going to be hearing it every single day for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. Probably longer.
You'll be hearing a better sound later anyways.
Wait. Oh shit, you have AoEs.
Yeah, foaming can be a bit of a problem.
It also doesn't help that Ish lost her duel there.
And each crab can be a bit tricky here and there, but ultimately not too.
They're not the bongies.
아까처럼만 해.
Oh, they're not a chicken.
쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Just killing fucking Dawn outright. Oh shit.
Yeah, fucking those chickens still give me goddamn nightmares.
깡총. 날 뛰어보라고.
God, Heathcliff is just chewing them apart.
제대로 찝었군.
I like the mental image of Olga looking outside the shop, seeing Ishmael being a reflection of her and be like, hey, what the fuck is going on here?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Like, I don't look that crazy, do I?
Oh no, they're kidding me. Ah!
가자.
Oh my god.
Who
crabs
are
are-
you? I'm you. Wait, what?
I'm you, but angrier.
Who am I? Oh no!
승객이 딱콩 한 번 먹였어.
And then they both become sponges.
Wait,
걸려라.
if you're me and I'm you, that only means the head kicks down the door. Oh shit.
Man, Heathcliff's gonna run out of ammo so quick. Also, that's a big lad. Hang on.
방금은 전략의 승리야. 계속 밀어붙이자.
Oh, that's a lot of rupture, actually. Whoo, buddy. Wee. Oh, I thought we were gonna get some camera work there.
돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
What's her passive? On hit against the target with tremor, inflicts oh god. She just piles on sinking. Delicious crab guts.
적출할게요.
Do they have sanity?
No.
They're crabs. They do not have complex enough minds to comprehend sanity.
완벽한 한방.
So sinking is just dealing damage to them.
I think so.
Also, God, Ishmael's weapon is fucking terrifying, dude. Well, Olga's.
The crab is like gimmicks, like I hadn't seen half of it like proc because I'm killing him so fast.
근육이 신나서 날뛰는 건 더 해치울 거 없어? 난 이제 시작인데.
Makeshift bus mods. We finally collected enough scrap for them to start working on the bus modifications. I wonder if we could get some time off. If we do, I should try talking to Ishmael. The red ocean out there is kinda fucking scary. We'd been in it for about 2 days, I think. We were able to defeat a considerable number of trash crabs and collect enough scrap to fill a whole wagon, and then some.
네, 이 정도면 해볼 수 있겠네요.
휴, 그럼 이제 쉬어도 되는 거지? 들려? 어깨 돌릴 때마다 뚜둑 소리 나고 있잖아.
로자 씨, 그러니까 겁이라도 주는 것 같잖아요. 자제를.
Strong Rhodia.
뭐 개조를 하는 데 드는 시간도 있을 테니 적어도 며칠은 즐길 수 있겠어. 물론 여전히 휴양과 어울리지 않는 곳이지만.
The sinners were all busy stretching and chattering, relieved that the work was finally over. But I had a terrible feeling that this was probably not the end of our toil.
네? 쉬기는 뭘 쉬어요?
Of course, I knew it.
제가 말한 건 이제 시작만 해볼 수 있겠다고 말한 거예요.
그렇다는 것은
당연히 더 주워오셔야죠.
So my question is, do they smelt it into, like, unified plates? Or are we just, like, whole hog post-apocalyptia, staple it on, make it work?
We'll see.
참고 삼아. 그 양은?
지금의 한 5배?
Oh god, 10 more days of work.
미카, 후륜 쪽도 포함해야 할 것 같은데?
7배로.
Oh my god.
지금까지 효율을 고려하면 적절한 휴식은 취하지 못하겠군. 기존보다 수면에 할애하던 시간을 줄이는 편이 좋을 것이다.
Interesting that they got the Korean alphabet here, but also English.
이럴 수는 없는가요? 이럴 순 없어.
Distressed Don.
Don Quixote. Don's having a temper tantrum. Don Quixote looks as though she was about to collapse, a woeful look on her face.
아니, 있잖아.
The Don suffering art.
이런 고철 덩어리들을 주워온다고 작업이 되긴 되는 거야?
그야 고철을 적당히 볼트로 결합하는 방식이라면 죽도 밥도 안 되겠지만.
Okay, so my question is being answered. Radical.
유사의 특이점을 이용해 결합하는 과정을 거치면 마치 처음부터 자신의 부속품이었던 것처럼 기능하게 할 수 있으니까요.
Oh. Wait. Like the singularity for spot welding, or are we just like putting them together like casually?
유사? 걔네 특이점이라면 무슨 음식 완벽히 포장하는 기술 아니었어? 뜯기 전까지는 절대 내용물이 변하지 않는 그런 거였는데? 거기서 제조했던 통조림도 요긴하게 먹고 그랬었는데.
That's interesting because, like, if you uptied, Liu Ishmael's skin, they make mention of this very exact thing, but they attribute it to W Corp, not U Corp.
Oh, they say U Corp.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
어째 누님과 똑같은 말씀을 하시네요. 둥지마다 특이점을 활용한 여러 기술들이 있을 수도 있는 거잖아요.
원리만 활용한다면 근본적인 특이점을 기반으로 얼마든지 활용하여 A사의 기반 특허를 낼 수 있습니다. U사에서는 현상 보존 포장 기술과 더불어 공명급수가
The resonance tuning fork.
공명급세.
Oh, that's not good.
그놈이랑 똑같았지.
Uh-oh.
여기저기에 옮겨붙고 유착되어서는 기어이 삼켜버리겠지. 언제 그랬냐는 듯.
And no one else is like worried about Ishmael. It's just Dante. Ishmael? You alright?
관리자님, 지금이라도 베르길리우스 씨에게 말해주세요. 순서를 바꿔서 다른 지부의 황금 가지를 해결하자고요.
You do realize that didn't work when Sinclair tried it, right?
Give me a moment, Ishmael. You okay?
지금은 충분하지 않아요. 모두의 경험도, 대호수에 대한 것도, 고래에 대한 지식도.
Oh, it is just the whale then. Okay.
그래요. 제가 알려드리고 도와드릴게요. 충분한 시간이 지난 후에 도전해야만 하는 곳이에요. 저곳은. 그러니까.
You ready to take a beating, Ishmael?
야, 자꾸 뭐 하자는 거야? 아까 먹은 크랩 차우더인지 뭔지가 잘못되기라도 했냐?
다 같이 그 개 같은 개딱지 내장을 긁어먹긴 했지만 전 아주 멀쩡해요.
근데 뭐가 문제야? 뭐 지금까지는
What's got you throwing a wobbly?
다 뒤져가면서 해결한 일이잖아.
Ishmael, I sincerely doubt that you're fine.
죽고 죽어가면서 일을 처리한 게 어디 자랑할 거리는 아닌 거 아시죠? 저희가 그냥 해결사였다면 첫 임무부터 진작의 전원 사망으로 순식간에 협회에서 이름이 지워졌겠죠.
야, 누가 몰라? 나도 뒷골목 조직 생활하면서 몇 번이나 죽을 뻔했는데 목숨이 하나뿐인 걸 모르겠냐고. 그거랑 다르지. 지금의 시계 대가리 덕분에 여러 번 살아나고 있잖아.
지금까지 운이 좋았으니까 멀쩡하게 살아날 수 있었다고 생각하지는 않나 보죠?
아니, 야! 왜 자꾸 못한다고 하는 건데? 환상체한테 머리가 깨져서 뒤졌으면 이번에 다리를 내주고 피하고 그렇게 계속 쳐부술 수 있는 거잖아.
You seem to be forgetting the price there, my man.
지금껏 겪었던 게 전부라고 생각하세요? 그럴 리가 없잖아요. 최악의 경우엔 복구가 불가능할 수도 있는 거예요. 시계를 아무리 쳐 돌려도 다시 원래대로 돌아가지도 못할 수 있다고요. 특히 그 거대한 고래는 됐어요.
설명해도 못 알아들을 것처럼 말하지 마라. 어?
It's like don't you do that, young lady.
말도 못 알아듣는 버러지 취급하는 것 같아서 열받으니까.
개! 자, 말씀 좀 여쭙겠소.
It was perhaps he was never the type to do such a thing. But the crowd immediately fell silent when Yisung suddenly, loudly, and uncharacteristically intruded upon their argument.
그대들, 버스에서 제법 하고픈 것이 많다 하지 않았는가? 과업이 남은 것은 사실이나 소기의 목표를 달한 것도 사실이요. 그렇다면 짤다알막한 휴식 정도는 바랄 수 있을 거라 보오만.
It's so nice that, like, now that Yisung's weathered the storm and, like, dealt with his problem, he's now, like, a lot more expressive.
단테, 이 정도는 괜찮지 않겠소?
Because, like, it was a shame that for the past 3 chapters he's just been kind of like a weird, like, joke character in the back. But now
he feels horribly depressed.
Yeah, but now he's just like, I should like be more of a team player.
He's been helped through his problems.
This is the first time Yisung appeared so dependable since we started our bus journey. I nodded emphatically. Yeah, I agree with Yisung. I think we could slow down for a bit and do some team building activities. How's that sound?
네, 조금 쉬고 계셔도 될 것 같네요. 저희 쪽에서 준비가 되면 말씀드릴게요.
저기 그렇다면
Excelsior!
Excelsior!
Don, please! No one says that!
비치 볼리볼.
Volleyball.
With Don Quixote's well-timed assist, the almost icy mood seemed to defrost slightly. By the way, there's a funny button there, Tiger Brows, if you want to press it. At least I think there is.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's only in the channel. It's not in the fucking soundboard. God damn it. I'm gonna interfere here 1 second. Where is it?
I mean, I have this button.
Because this was uploaded to our Discord. Oh my god, it's so quiet. Never mind.
비치 볼리볼. 비치 볼리볼.
We have it on command. Oh wait, Coach is here. Hi, what's up? It's like I summoned the devil. Peach? Volleyball? Taking Don Quixote and Yisung's advice to mend the growing rift between Ishmael and the other sinners, I decided we should all try out a few rounds of beach volleyball. Maybe this activity could be an opportunity to build some rapport. Again, I really like this because it definitely looks like Dante's like, I'm a manager, I should probably do some management, I guess?
돈 벌러 가자.
Yeah, Dante's starting to actually try.
본인이 똑똑히 보았다네. 분명 밀려들어온 태풍과 쓰레기들 사이에서 공 같은 것이 있었음을.
God, you know what this area kind of reminds me of? Death Stranding.
공도 있고 사람도 해변도 있으니 이럴 때 놀지 않는다는 것은 불합리하다고 해도 과언이 아니지 않겠는가?
Puffery?
이걸 해변이라고 부를 수 있는지는 모르겠지만요.
Sinclair looks so sad.
던 곁에 여기 놀러 온 거 아니라니까?
본인도 아오. 주원은 고마우나 우리 모두의 단합을 위해 잠시 휴식하는 것이 도움이 되지 않겠는가 하는 마음인 것이요.
At least she's trying.
그래. 앞으로는 표정이라도 숨기면서 말하는 게 어때?
아니, 나도 동의하오.
Man, I didn't realize Yisung was taller than Gregor.
이상 씨?
Gregor is the shortest male besides Sinclair.
지역 활동을 한 적도 없어.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until now.
고기 종목에
He's a
특출한
short
재능이
king.
있는 것은 아니지만 이참에 경험하는 것도 귀중할 테지. 그러니 해봄이 어떤가?
Volleyed balls.
아, 참.
I think Gregor might have a little bit of an issue with this, though. Oh boy.
Ishmael definitely has an issue.
Oh boy.
한그렇게 공이나 튀기고 있을 때가 아닌데 애초에 우리는 요새 너무 풀어졌어. 그래, 저번에 유독
Oh boy. Oh boy.
She's really having a bad time.
No.
비치 볼리볼.
Oh god.
Oh,
That's
no.
right. No. We had this problem a while ago, Koshi. You gotta convert it to an AUG, otherwise it's gonna fucking tear out our ears.
It just has that little bloop.
Yeah.
Osho sitting at the end.
Yeah, that is a Discord issue. Torpa was experimenting that on his own server. Ishmael was starting to practically ooze all over with an ominous aura. It might be a good idea to divert her attention for a bit. Let's play beach volleyball.
현명한 선택이요. 내가 공을 찾아오겠네.
El balón.
아, 그렇지.
Congratulations, I will now be using the term El balón for a while.
관리자께서
I do
결정하신
feel
일이라.
like Dante is genuinely trying to help because just letting her obsess over things isn't going to help her, but
yeah, like it was.
Yeah, but considering Ishmael, that's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah. It's nice because we're seeing character progression with Dante, but it's also becoming apparent that it's probably not enough.
알았다고.
well, they just don't know everybody enough.
Yeah. It's a matter of time and cracking the gloom shell.
경기 규칙과
Because
규칙을
like
알고 있다.
Dante was able to get through to Sinclair pretty well, and Isan.
Good old Merso, who knows everything about volleyball.
Hey Ayla, what's up?
Our boy Merso here to help out with the volleyball.
Ayla, I am here to introduce you to
Beach volleyball. Beach volleyball.
this voice actor is a treasure. There were grumbling sinners, beaming sinners, reticent sinners. Their reactions were all varied, but everyone eventually moseyed to an empty lot to play beach volleyball. Button reinstalled.
Beach volleyball.
Oh god! It was an echo!
Volleyball.
Okay guys, you got the soundboard up?
Yep.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Beach volleyball.
I needed it to be a discordant echo. Stretched, hoping that this activity will help break up the tense atmosphere. Sometime later.
자, 그럼 가겠어.
The field was drawn over a squelchy mudflat. The worn ball rocketed in the air with Don Quixote's serve.
이렇게 하는
Look at the trail at the back! Completely normal one. With Yisang's nice receive, it was starting to look like we had a proper game going.
그렇지. 잘하네.
으쌰.
어이구야.
쓸데없는 짓이야.
I mean, there's a meaning team building exercise, getting everybody like more building up morale, getting more accustomed to each other.
Oh man, we need to make that a
Anyone
sticker.
who says that having a good time is meaningless is wrong.
Yeah. The thing is, Ishmael has trust issues.
방금 공못
He
피했으면
doesn't trust anybody.
죽을 뻔했을 것 같은데.
Also, Otis has no chill.
훈련의 일종이다.
Did Ryoshu murder the ball? Ryoshu, you're not supposed to hit the ball with your sword!
There's not a rule saying you can't.
I think there actually is.
이럴 시간에 고래의 특징이라도 공부해둔다면 대우수를 건너갈 나침반도 없는 것 같고.
She's thinking that they're actually going out to fight the whale, but it's really they're just trying to get to U-Corp.
I think she is coming to the quick realization that I kind of went to, that by going to U-Corp and getting the bow, there is a non-zero and possibly greater than 50-50 shot that we are going to see this fucking whale.
젠장, 그 자식은 분명히 어떻게든 살아있을 거야.
There's that bastard again. So the bastard isn't the whale.
아이씨, 진짜!
Heathcliff, unable to stand Ishmael's attitude any longer, kicked the ball with enough force that it just might burst.
God damn it, woman.
And the ball flew way over the mark, towards the boundary separating us from the pristine beach we saw a few days ago. Did the ball just pop?
네, 가시되지 않는 플라즈마 장이 형성되어 있는 것 같군요.
A field of plasma? Who puts a field of plasma on a beach?
둥지와 뒷골목을 구분하기 위한 일종의 장치죠.
I like how the fucking happy mob is just mocking us.
모든 둥지의 경계에는 비슷한 것들이
Fuck them rich people.
뻔하지. 뒷골목 사람들이 둥지로 못 끼어들어오게 하려는 울타리는 어디에나 흔하게 있으니까. 그런데 말이야.
Volibear is dead.
기술로는 흔적도 안 남게 할 수도 있었을 텐데. 저런다는 건 불안 듯이 터뜨려 버려서 그것마저도 오락으로 만들려는 생각인 거지.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
부자들은 즐길 놀이가 많겠어.
기술의 구체적인 의도나
Fuck them rich people.
제 쪽에선 말할 수 있는 게 없군요.
I like how Faust says she has no comment, and she just injects a comment in there.
한 시간이나 걸려서 찾았네.
Oh.
Oh.
That took me a whole hour to get that ball.
다들 정신 차려. 저 공 터지는 소리 때문에 개딱지 놈들이 몰려오고 있다고.
Seems like everything we do attracts these fucking crabs.
너 이따가 보자.
I really thought this could be the activity to bring us all together. It's all gone to hell. Why does this keep happening?
뭐 이제는 익숙해질 때도 되지 않았나 관리자 양반? 저것 때부터 빠르게 처리하자고.
So, like, I feel like this is just like an assumption. This is not like a studied guess. I feel like the voice actor said beach volleyball as like there's an actual word for it in the Korean language, but she said it in English, and in that movie it was like, no, that's perfect. We're keeping it. In fact, keep saying it. God, this music fucking rules, though.
적출할게요.
걸려라.
자.
오, 머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
얼얼하지? 정신 못 차릴 거야.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
Do I have enough tremor? No, I only have one tremor on me. Fuck.
오작 터뜨려주지.
우와!
흐드러졌구려.
Bonk.
다시
좋다. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
내 피가 배고파했어.
No funny crabs here.
그치?
키워보지.
I gotta say, the new Ishmael skin is pretty good just because of how many, like, tiny numbers it makes. It's very pleasing.
Dopamine go burr.
자, 한건 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸.
으아!
날 뛰어보라고!
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을
You'd think Crush would also be useful here, but I guess not.
흐드러졌구려. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이야.
Yeehaw. Beach volleyball.
개화하였구려. 이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶군.
Are we at there yet? No. Yeah, we are quite a ways. Disillusion. The beach volleyball plan completely backfired. Everyone has a scowl on their face as they fight off the trash crabs. I have to do something about this. Sink down is very good here. Interesting.
I mean, she does nothing but pierce damage.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say, is she full pierce? It sounds like she
and
is.
The crabs aren't especially fast either.
I guess the group's feeling a bit crabby. Oh yeah, Void Knight, you have no idea. It doesn't help that fucking Ishmael is just a black hole of gloom right now.
has no faith in the entire crew. Unlike Heathcliff, who has some measure of faith in that they'll make it through it somehow, despite the fact how often they die.
Yeah, despite how awful Heathcliff acts at sometimes, he puts in the effort to like be cool with the team. Like he's gotten along pretty well with like Sinclair, Merceau, has he gotten along with any of the girls? I don't think. No, I think Ryoshu. Yisong. But like, while Ishmael behaves herself, she has been extremely distant from everyone.
Yeah.
Because, well, the thing is, one of the thing is like when she loses trust, it's hard to get it back. The thing is, she has trust issues, and not only that, it's like because she knows that pretty much everybody in the bus doesn't like pay attention to the mission assignments. They always just kind of go in there like unprepared and everything like that.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
I don't want to use this skill yet, though. Ugh.
키워보지.
파괴 완료. 파괴 완료.
내 피가 배고파했어.
Like the idea, like a student council president, or like student president or whatever, or like the prefect, however you will go about that position. It's like everybody, if you just like read the stuff, you will understand. But she's like, but no one, but she knows that nobody really cares.
Time for the seasickness. Wait, why is Ishmael not attacking anymore?
Sometimes it goes out of order.
I wanted to send people to the fucking seasickness dimension. Whee! God, that spin makes it so awkward to look at.
정신 못 차릴 거야.
완전히
승객이 빼콩 한 방 먹였어.
Like, I remember during chapter 4, I want to say, I remember thinking, yeah, I like how Ishmael looks, but like her personality seems a bit like something about it is like not attractive to me, and I don't know why. This is it. Like she is she is the most distant.
Yeah, this is the part where Char making me a bit like less keen on her.
It's kind of like the same with It's kind of like the same with Hell's Chicken, where in there Yisong was a bit like kind of goofy to a fault, and then we start seeing why in chapter 5. But yeah, like they definitely highlight the flaws of the person before their chapter.
I mean, so Yisang's actual personality was showing through here, because it turns out Yisang actually kind of a goober, but
yeah, it's just that like
he was mad depressed is the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Ishmael. Can we talk at least for a bit? I call over to Ishmael once the battle is over. Right. I've never done anything like this before. I don't even know if this is the right thing to do, or what kind of results this conversation is going to yield, but I can't just sit here and watch.
네, 그러시던가요?
It looks like you've been preoccupied with something ever since we got here. You know, you're not really participating in... Oh, that's not the best way to say it. You're not really participating in group activities and the things like that.
당연하죠. 중요한 건 따로 있는데 여기서 정신 놓고 희희낙낙하고 있으니까요.
Something more important? Is this about the Great Lake?
네.
That we, in our current state, shouldn't go there?
네.
Right. So, why do you think we don't have a chance against whatever's there?
말씀드렸잖아요. 아직 준비가 안 됐으니까. 적어도 반년은 호수와 그것들에게 익숙해질 필요가 있다고요.
That's
아니면 그에 상응하는 경험을 더 쌓는다던가요. 관리자님도 마찬가지예요. 적어도 자신의 몸을 지킬 정도는.
I mean, that's important. Dante's kind of a weenie.
Why haven't we given Dante a gun? Or like a knife?
아,
Yisung has a
Well,
knife.
관리자님의 단련이라면 제가 도울
It
수
was
있어요.
shown that having a
그리고
weapon doesn't help
오티스
you.
Yeah.
씨도 분명 관리자님을 돕는 것에는 협조하겠죠.
그럴 만한 상황이 온다면
Wait. Half a year, Ishmael? We don't have that much time to spare.
허비? 허비라고 생각하시나요? 지금 저희가 하고 있는 짓들이 더 허비 같은데요?
That struck a nerve.
그리고 뭐 놀고 있자고 말씀드린 게 아니잖아요. 그저 행선지를 잠시 다른 곳으로 돌렸다가 돌아오면 되는 건데요?
그건 불가능합니다. 모든 구획의 황금가지를 파악한 것도 아닐 뿐더러 비포팀의 사전 답사가 준비된 것도 아니니까요.
핑계는 다른 잘난 이유가 있다는 것쯤은 오래전부터 알고 있었어요.
Oh.
But also, you have to understand, she's saying this to Dante like he had
이번엔
a
그 생각이
choice in the matter.
틀렸다는 걸 뼈저리게 느끼시게 될 테죠.
She's also paranoid too. Like, kind of wasn't expecting paranoia.
그럴지도요.
Probably the Ahab thing's gone to her.
개판이네 정말. 그러면 적어도 상세한 항해 계획과 전투 방향을.
듣자니까.
Just when I thought our discussion was reaching a stalemate, Heathcliff butted in.
당신은 또 뭔데요?
닥쳐. 지금 너 혼자 개고생해? 여태껏 다 쳐 뒤져가면서 굴러왔잖아. 여기 있는 놈들 전부.
This is the interesting disconnect. Heathcliff is a bastard. There's no denying that. But he will, like, metaphorically and quite literally go up to bat for you. Like, he doesn't...
He has a strong sense of camaraderie.
Yeah, he doesn't dismiss anyone's actions at all.
이번에도 결국 어떻게든 될 거라고.
그러니까 대호수 위에서는 그런 방법은 통하지 않는다고요. 관리자님이 수정당해도 끝이고 그것에게 우리가 못해서 더는 시간을 되돌리지 못할 수도 있다고요.
That's actually a good point. Does Dante breathe?
알아듣겠어요?
Remember
Well, you
the
probably
gas
don't want water
상식으로
getting in it.
움직이다가
Remember the
진짜 우리는
suppression
끝장날
grenade
수도 있다고요.
The what grenade? Sorry?
in chapter 1, the abandoned Elcorp nest, the grenade that was killed, the anti
Oh right, he didn't breathe in the toxic gas.
The thing is, we don't know whether or not Dante's prosthetic head, or whatever the hell it is, would react poorly to being submerged.
Yeah, because it has fire. Like, it has actual fire.
좋아. 네 말이 맞다고 쳐. 이대로 가면 우린 다 돼지고.
Oh.
나도 캐.
Oh.
돌아갈 수 없게.
So, if we're going off the scheduled release of, like, the identification of characters, Heathcliff is next.
그래서 잠깐이라도 놀면 뭐가 좀 덧나냐? 그 망할 고래 새끼들이 더 세져? 분위기를 계속 조져놨으면 같이 어울리는 척이라도 해야 될 거 아니야? 상식적으로.
제법 웃기네요. 히스클리프 씨? 당신이 뭘 안다고 상식 운우네요. 고래를 만나본 적은 있어요? 데오스에 가본 적이나 있고? 배 위의 생활에 대해서는 알기나 해요. 알 리가 없죠. 팔자 좋게 자기 연인인지 뭔지 모르는 년이나 중얼대고 버스에 기대 졸다가
Yeah, that's the fun part about Ishmael. Because she's so detached, she has no qualms of just fucking hitting the wrong nerve.
He's showing incredible self-restraint right now.
그 모든 것들을 죽여야 하고 산성 태풍, 참치 쓰나미, 뇌압 폭풍 같은 이름도 다 떠올리기 힘든 수많은 종류의 호수 재해들과 그 폭풍 때문에 발생하는 산만한 크기의 파도. 그게 지나가면 또다시 나타나는 개 같은 괴물들. 등을 막힌
She dropped an
동물은
F-bomb.
잠시
Wow.
한눈판 사이에 죽어 있고 하늘같이 미쳐
Yeah, she's
돌아가는
been through a
사람들을
lot.
상대하는 그 지옥 같은 호수에 대한
Essentially, being on the Great Lakes is somewhat similar to being out there in the outskirts, but in water form.
I had a thought. What with how she's talking about the monsters and shit. What if this goes from Moby Dick to the Colors of Madness?
당신 같은 얼빠진 사랑놀이 중인 반푼이는 100번 더 죽어도 모를 일일 테니까.
You know, it really is a shame that the head outlawed therapy.
Right?
그만하라고 했지.
Before anyone could even step in, Heathcliff swung wildly at Ishmael.
너 따위가 뭘 한다고 함부로 짓거려!
이보게들.
The tussle was such a blitz that no one could even attempt to intervene. Yisang almost looked pitiful as he stood there bewildered. For a moment, it appears as though Heathcliff had the upper hand as his fist struck Ishmael right in her jaw. He's still showing restraint. Just as Ishmael appeared to throw a punch, she kicked Heathcliff's leg, throwing him into the ground. Wait! In the blink of an eye, Ishmael took up her mace. She raised the mace high as though she could strike down at any moment. Her arm trembled with uncontrollable fury.
그래, 머리통을 내려치려고 내가 전에 했던 것처럼 죽여. 상관없어. 어차피 살아날 테니까. 나하고 다를 거라 생각한 내가 바보지. 역시 다들 똑같네.
Damn, Heath. Holy shit.
At this point, it made me think that Heathcliff saw he wanted to see other people as better.
Also, man, this fucking image right here. Holy shit. I wasn't sure what caused her sudden change of heart, but it was a relief of sorts at least. She looked at Heathcliff with her eyes wide open and dropped the mace.
이런 불상사를 다시 보고 싶진 않았소만. 결국 벗들과의 다툼은 피할 수가 없는 일인가.
쟤네 보니까 우리 옛날 생각나지 않아? 저렇게 치고받고 싸울 때가 있었는데.
누님, 쉿.
Olga, shut up!
단테, 첫 임무로부터 큰 분란이 발생한 적은 없었기에 이야기하지는 않았지만 수감자들의 업무 불안은 관리 실패로 간주되어 추후 귀책 사유를 물을 수 있습니다.
What? What the hell was I supposed to do about this? What was I wanted to say, but like, I managed to hold my metaphorical tongue.
이것이 어떻게 관리자님의 책임이지? 저 머저리들이 멋대로 싸웠을 뿐이지
Well,
않나?
it's a good thing Otis is getting mad on your behalf.
It's a good thing Otis has common sense here.
그러한 일을 벌어지지 않게 하는 것이 관리라는 직무죠.
이놈.
Well, this isn't helping.
그만해요, 여러분.
So about this being levity, adding levity.
Yeah, I was wrong.
So much for that.
이런 상황은 영웅적인 우리 림버스 컴퍼니와는 어울리지 않소.
There's nothing heroic about us. Sinclair's hesitance, Don Quixote's attempts to defuse, Faust's impassive voice, and Otis's increasingly rising voice in my defense. All of that combined was starting to get incredibly irritating. Stop! Enough! I had no other recourse left at this moment. Ishmael, Heathcliff.
뭐?
The two of you, stop working together for a while. Distance yourselves. At least, until I could think of a way to deal with you two.
나라고 저 면상을 굳이 찾아보고 싶진 않아.
Thus the mood fell into a pit as depressing as this mud flat.
You send them out on a mission both
이제
together.
견적도 나왔으니까 슬슬 폐품을 모으러 가셔도 될 것 같네요.
We spent the next few days collecting scraps with the rest of the sinners. Yeah?
That's basically all Dante can do at this point. Is just like, okay, you two just stay away from each other for now.
One on the bus, one on the job. This is a problem.
I think it's the whole thing there made me like Heathcliff more. The fact that it's like, hey, Heathcliff, he knows he's not a good person. He knows he's kind of fucked up and whatnot. But it should show that he at least tried to give everyone else like the benefit of the doubt, like and hope that they were better.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. In that Heathcliff is a bastard, but like if he knows you, he will like step up for you. Meanwhile, Ishmael has been so distant this whole time, but hasn't really said anything. So it seemed like she was like one of the better members of the team, but like the instant a thing went like ever so slightly wrong, she just fucking collapses and takes everyone with her.
It's the thing with her is that she's competent. It's highlighted with her Liu identity is that she's not a team player.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, while she may listen to instructions and things and like that, she doesn't listen. She doesn't actually listen to other people. She just thinks it's all like everything they do is frivolous because they're not paying attention to the mission.
The situation's bleaker than the whole. Go ahead.
You know the whole thing with the Liu Association is coordinated team efforts.
Yeah,
like the whole how she keeps running out of food, like her food keeps going cold because she doesn't go to the meetings.
Yeah, because like anytime like the group like tries to get food, she always wants to get her own thing instead of being with the group.
Her own thing, and also the fact that hey, we coordinated stuff. You would have known that we'd be going out to fight, going out on a mission, and your food would have been fine.
Orb.
Yeah.
That was the sad part, though, of Heathcliff saying, "I should have known that you weren't as good as I thought you were." Like that's soul crushing right there.
I should have known that you're no different. That everybody's the same. He was holding on. It's like a small hope that he was holding on to because it's saying that he's gone through a lot of shit, working for syndicates and whatnot. But he's trying to say, hey, things are better now, so he wants to be a little bit more hopeful. Things about because he's like, hey Ish, we've all gone through shit. We'll get through this together. But she's like, you guys don't understand shit. You don't listen. Or
My situation's different.
Yeah, and it pisses him off. That really like Heathcliff.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't wait for his thing his chapter, but also like I'm waiting for this chapter to go so we can see how like Ishmael it resolves Ishmael thing so she can at least open up.
Right? Like a more open Ishmael would be pretty fucking cool.
And they also could like as stoic as Merceau is, he at least like joins in. Oh no, it's Big Crab.
Yeah. But yeah, Merceau doesn't really have like a quote unquote person. He doesn't really like talk much, but when he does, like it's with intent and with like you can see his like personality kind of go through.
The thing is, yeah, because he'd rather just be told what to do and not have to think. It's things probably where his whole deal is going on, but he at least like interacts with like the rest of the dudes, like interacts with the rest of like team. And Otis, despite how much about her militaristic lifestyle and how much she cares about rank, she actually still like interacts with everybody else as well.
완벽한 한방. 시원한
Like, in
걸.
their own goofy way as well.
파괴 완료.
흐드러졌구려.
I just gotta say the fucking portrait I have for Don Quixote with Broken Spirit is pretty funny.
Yeah. The thing is, Merceau and Otis, they're competent, but they at least work with the team and listen to everybody. Ishmael, she's competent, but she doesn't listen to anybody.
40 scrap away. We continued to collect scrap for a few more days. I decided to watch the sinners go to work, wondering about what I could do about Ishmael and Heathcliff. I think the big problem with Dante is that he doesn't really have, like, peers or a willing superior to talk to. He just kind of has to get thrown into this mess with, like, no one to ask for advice for.
And no, like, fucking training on how to be a manager.
Well, the thing is, because the whole him and not having his memories thing is that he just doesn't know anything. He's just going up. He's just thrown into this, and just trying, and it's expected of him to be able to like handle it.
And he doesn't really have anybody to like talk with either, so it's real tough. The days were as suffocating for them as it was for me. Well, say for Otis, maybe.
어이, 그렇게 연결하면 흡기 쪽에 문제가 생기잖아.
Wait, you know machinery?
그러면 어떻게 해요?
Yes,
라인이
it was
세 개나
part of her
나오는데.
introduction, actually.
답답하군.
Listen, Otis is a very
직접
competent
시범해
person.
보이지. 허, 이런 건 내가 공병대들과
This is nothing compared to the war! Oh, you were in the engineer corps, what?
Well, she was working with the engineering corps, not that she was in the engineering corps.
Otis, who appeared to be rather knowledgeable in engineering, continued to support the Moeller Boatworks' bus modification.
파우스트 양.
Yeah.
신상 명세서에 기호품이나 취향에 대한 기록은 없어.
Oh, I see what Yi-sung's trying to do here.
그런 것까지 작성해두지는 않습니다. 이상 씨, 벌써 몇 번이나 말씀드렸지만 지금의 조치.
Yi-sung cares a lot about the
판단을
group,
우선하는
so he
것이
wants to be able to
올바른
keep. He doesn't want to see like a group he's a part of fall apart again.
Yeah.
에헤이, 싸운 거
Listen, guys, I just got over my depression. Please don't make everything fall apart again.
But he wants to. At least he's trying to. So he's trying to do an active role this time.
You can also see that Faust is kind of torn here. Like, she knows what she has to say, but she doesn't want to say it.
설마 지난번부터 계속 말한 킹크랩계 뇌수 담금주요?
그건 나도 좀 땡기는데.
Everyone's like, yo, booze?
아니요. 내가 직접 물어보겠네. 마음은 고맙네.
안 될 것 같은데.
I feel like Booze would just make things worse with Ishmael. She seems like an angry drunk.
She seems like an angry all the time.
Well, yeah.
Yi-sung was trying to come up with various ways to bring Heathcliff and Ishmael's feud to a close.
분.
Oh no. What is happening here and why don't I like it?
아니, 여기서는 다
Wait.
이 맞다.
Hang on. Why are you getting in on this?
Merceau pays attention.
What is Silo?
어허. 그래. 숨이 아직 붙어 있을 때 그렇게 해보는 것도 새로운 예술을 추구하는 방향이겠고.
I like how Hell's Chicken is coming back.
고통을 더 가하기 위한 제안은 아니었으며 그저 조리하기에 알맞은 방향을 말한 것뿐이다.
저희 언제 저녁 먹을
It's
수
like,
있어요?
no, not try. I'm not telling you how to inflict pain, ma'am. It'll do just because actually cook.
나 배에서 크랩 울음소리가 나.
Ryoshi's bad at cooking. Merceau is good at cooking.
I like
But
his
he has no
apron.
creativity.
I love his apron. Cook.
The crab with chef hat that says cook.
Is it a crab? I thought it was a bear. It seemed that
It is
Ryoshu
very, yeah.
and Merceau were trying to come up with a way to make the trash crabs more palatable. Not that I had any taste buds or a mouth, but it was starting to resemble actual food in presentation.
꼬맹이들, 그리로 튄다. 꼬맹이! 아니요. 자, 싱클레어군, 마무리를 부탁함세.
A gulp de gracia?
그레고르 씨, 저는 왼쪽 다리 할게요.
알았다고.
This is interesting because it's reflecting everybody else still being of like absolutely engaging in teamwork. Most of the other sinners were busying themselves with hunting trash crabs or collecting scrap. They say that practice makes perfect, and everyone was already performing rather well, even without my input. Gulp de gracia is coup de grace. Ah, okay. Thank you, Cheshire. As for Heathcliff,
와, 그레고르 씨, 불쇼라도 보여주시는 건가요?
씨. 좀 더 화려하게 휘감더라.
아니, 저건 그냥 타는 거잖아요.
빼내었다. 이미 음식의 기능은 상실한 것 같지.
I like to imagine that Merceau just like fucking jammed his fist in and pull it out in a panic. Interesting is the Spanish translation. I think it might have been Japanese in the spoken dialect. Huh.
나 주시오. 아직 다리를 3개밖에 먹지 못하였어.
히스클리프군.
Somebody's having a sad time. Heathcliff?
About that.
뭐야 그게 저기 길잡이 그 인간이랑 면담하고 왔어.
The guide?
괜찮아.
Oh, yeah. Was it a chat or a beating?
What do you think?
Ah, I see.
아무튼 말썽은 안 일으키도록 하겠어.
Either like a being of any kind, physical or otherwise.
그러니까 나도 하나만.
Nosh. I don't know if Virgilius really had just a talk, but I'm glad that, unlike most other times, he was here to at least get Heathcliff to calm down. But Ishmael...
단테, 잠깐 괜찮겠습니까?
We have a problem, Dante.
오가는 대화가 아니라 일방적인 얘기겠지만
I guess too low smart it is.
이미 대충 전달받았겠습니다만 두 문제아들에 대한 면담을 진행했었습니다. 보았던 것처럼 히스클리프에게는 교육을 진행해 효과를 보았지만
Yeah, because Heathcliff still, even like with the way he is, he still has a sense of hierarchy, whether it be, you know, clout or physical power.
No, he still listens to other people.
That too.
정확히는 해결할 이유가 없다고 할까?
What? What are you talking about?
무슨 뜻인지 묻고 있겠군.
Am I really that predictable?
설마 설명까지 덧붙이는 친절을 바라는 건 아니겠죠. 조만간 직접 깨닫는 날이 올 겁니다. 애초에 이런 애들 뒷바라지나 해주는 듯한 일은
His eyes are getting brighter.
Yeah, he's basically saying that, hey,
stop making me do your job for you, dipshit.
I know you're putting in extra work, and I appreciate it.
앞으로는 제가 나서는 일은 없었으면 합니다. 제가 먼저 둘 사이에 면담을 한 것은 최근 업무 성과가 나쁘지 않았던 것에 대한 작은
You could consider the beatdown a favor.
생각해두시죠. 그럼 저는 그 어금니 사무소 해결사들과 얘기할 것이 남아서.
It really is interesting that, like, Virgilius is supposed to be, you know, the red gaze, a man noticeable for his red eyes, but, like, the rest of him is, like, very stark grays and blacks. Like that, Ishmael was left alone with very little progress to speak of. According to the people from the boatworks, she apparently snuck out alone late at night to make various preparations. Even when I visited her, when I found her hanging about and called over to her, she didn't respond to me at all. She wasn't ignoring me. Rather, she seemed too deeply fixated on what she was doing. I think Virgil's trying to learn more about the library because he has a deep investment with it, if only because Iori came from there.
And also, you know, the whole business with his orphanage.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
I need to read Leviathan to figure out what was up with that. Oh my fucking god, yeah, Tomari's out in the world, aren't they? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And like a billion puppets? Also the spider people.
Yeah, they gone back to their own thing. And the sweepers.
True. God, fucking the Kumakros would be the funniest fucking thing. What should I do about her? No.
What do you
What
mean
do I-
our whole crew got taken out? What the fuck? The freaking the capo. Freaking Callus goes back to his face. They're all gone. What the fuck?
More like, what was I supposed to do? Well, a clear answer still eluded me. Mephistopheles' Misamere was entering its final stages. I hope I pronounced that right.
Divorce.
The last scrap.
Yep, gotta go back. You don't have enough.
What?
You need 500 scraps to start this fight.
Oh, really? Interesting. We
Yeah,
ate
go to the last fight you did. That's the one that gives you the most.
trouble.
9.
Ah. I like how it's just a wallpaper of the crabs.
투입합니다.
Interesting
It's
that
all
it like
feature
didn't
time.
have all the scrap ready to go through that.
No, because I only had just like the Ishmael identity going into this.
Oh, so you had a
and-
lot more to deal with then. Ew.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to.
I didn't have anything.
날 뛰어보라고.
완벽한
I don't know how to feel about that limitation. I can see why they did it, but also that feels a little awkward.
서둘러 끝내보자고.
Well, but once you get to the part where you actually grind, and it's like it's not terrible. The problem is just I hadn't done it yet, but since like getting it's using all the requisite like stuff to actually grind. I'm just trying to think of how it goes. So I need to
오, 머리 좋다 단테.
you know,
방금 완전 좋았어.
get that Sinclair to 35, and I don't have that. I don't have like I have enough resources.
Supposedly you could just have him on the support roster and it gives you the benefit.
못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
나이스. 하나 제꼈다.
How much tremor do you have? 2? Not enough. Ugh. And like it spends it on the start of turn, so I can't buffer into his ult.
가자.
This repeat might be avoidable if you get godly RNG from these special extra drops. Wait, what?
Yeah, there's rare scrap you can get when you complete stuff that translates immediately to 20 scrap.
Huh.
야호. 이기는 편 우리 편.
So the crab, since you look at what it's doing now. Since
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
saw
tiger
that.
It, yeah.
Huh.
I failed innocent the first time I encountered it, and it killed one of the crabs a lot because it's indiscriminate with that attack. And it's not one of my guys, but when it killed one of the crabs, I thought it killed somebody outright. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, Heathcliff has to clash with it, doesn't he? That's gonna be real fucking awkward.
적출할게요.
Oh, we got it.
Usual struggling. Like, no matter what it is, doesn't mean that you will lose it outright. It's just that your chances are low.
Yeah, it's just I don't like the odds, and that's kind of where I tend to what's the term I'm looking for? Like, kind of stagger in a way of I get kind of trepidation. Fuck, I'm 4 away, aren't I? Yup. Fuck this. That's a bummer. No, no, fuck. Who's ready for cutscenes? How do I get out of here?
Like the hamburger.
Thank you, delicious hamburger. You're the best.
I hate that's what it's called, though.
I mean, what else do you call 3 lines? There's a lot of things you could call 3 lines. I'm being a pedant.
잠수 준비 끝.
Attack can only happen once because it has its own ammo system. Really?
늦으면 네피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Yeah, it can only attack it once because it's when you see it, there's a little like, indicator when it says
오작 터뜨려주지.
you like uses with certain attacks.
Time to fight so many fucking crabs. Man, Boat-ish is not really the best clasher, is she?
한방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Especially when I keep getting her fucking basic attack.
그려졌구려.
승객이 딱 한 방 먹었어.
Also, yeah, now that I'm looking at it, that green is like really saturated.
한건 했고 금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
적출할게요.
Hey, Death, what's up?
머리 좋다, 단테.
Welcome to the Limbusy. Yeah, molten shell shot 1.
Yeah, as far as I've seen, the crab always fires it on the second turn.
피워보지.
I did my weekly hard today, and let me tell you, it's always exciting to hit the final boss. I never get the final boss in dungeons. It's really weird. Like, I fought the fucking tall fairy so many times.
Honestly, I'd rather not have to fight Dongrang again in the hard dungeon.
Yeah,
The fact that it is Dongrang with, you know, buff.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은
Oh, Cromer.
I got my form empties twice.
That
the one that I
sucks.
finished just now was the fox.
The fox is a fun fight. I got red papers on my burn team a lot, and it's really annoying.
Between two worlds is Cromer.
이 순간을
There, you got enough now.
Which is why I am gonna get a certain soft boy.
보트 맡기러 온 고객분이신가요? 잘 부탁드릴게요.
And I guess I could cash in all this too. Is there a collect all button?
Not that I'm aware of.
God damn it.
Because I never did the railroad, I have yet to fight the railroad bosses.
Ooh, man, you're gonna have fun with that, hoop buddy. Crab time. Wait, what the hell?
I had burn going on. What
is going on with my UI?
It's because you got a new identity. You got more words.
Oh, okay.
No, I would fight so that no one so
Ooh,
no one
7.
will cry. I fought so that no one will cry. With like, I had burn going on with my team, but I just did just did enough overwhelming damage that it didn't matter.
I guess I'm just gonna use Ryoshu and Dawn here. No,
다들
1,
연장
2,
좋아.
3,
재촉지 마시오.
4,
출발합니다.
5.
언제든지. 자, 풀 뜯을 시간이다.
My gold standard team.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
Yes.
It's not bring Gripper Faust with you.
I feel like I should have, but I don't know if I make enough like of the appropriate resources.
I would manage to like pull a fluid sack with her.
I mean, pale would be from Ishmael. Where would I be generating purple is the question. I think lust is the thing I'm missing.
Heathcliff.
Oh yeah, well Heathcliff generates 1, but yeah, no, I get you. Oh, fucking Rhodia as well. All the sinners, save for Ishmael, gather to behold the finished product.
I brought myself our Merceau
이것이
for
새롭게 변한 버스의
pale.
모습이요?
이것은 버스배요, 배버스요.
Oh my god, Yusong.
Fucking nerd.
I think I'll go with busboat.
바퀴는 어디 갔죠? 이러면 유사 이후에는
쓸데없는 걱정이군. 당연히 배와 버스의 형태를 오갈 수 있게 개조했지.
Otis is so proud.
그런 신기한 요술 버스 같은 일이
It's a magic school bus.
메피스토 팰리스는 원래부터 여러 가능성에서부터 나오는 각종 기능.
Man, Faust is like the worst version of Miss Riz.
자자, 그쯤들 하시고
Sinclair.
시동을 걸어보죠.
Please let this be a normal trip. With the manager? No.
Please let this be another. Please let this be a normal golden bow. Uh-oh. As Mika fiddled with his controls, the bus boat shuddered awake. And sputtered off with the odd screeching noise we heard earlier.
Yeah, normal golden bow run. With the gaze?
장치가 문제인가?
Arreta.
귀청 떨어지는 줄 알았네.
Who would be Carlos? Yisong?
소리가 나는 거야?
He is constantly making puns.
미카, 아무래도 저번에 적당히 때운 그게.
뭐? 적당이라고 했나?
I'm sorry. Did I fucking hear make do?
어쩔 수 없었다고요. 부품이 모자랐단 말이에요. 원래는 대체가 안 되는 부품이 있는데 그게
이거 분명 엔진 소리는 아니라고 했었지?
이전에 마주했던 거대 돌연변이 개체입니다. 이쪽으로 오고 있군요.
전과 같은 소리에 이끌렸나 보.
마침 잘 됐네. 저 커다란 놈 분명 등딱지에 그 부품을 달고 있었어. 맞지?
What?
Isn't that convenient?
그렇긴 한데요.
누님, 아니죠?
맞는데 그 부품이 비싸고 만들기 힘들어서 많이들 필요로 한다는 그거.
And then Olga does a fucking magical girl transformation into the wetsuit.
근처에 있던 다른 보트센터 직원분들도 많이들 돌아가셨다는 건 기억하고 계시죠?
Yeah, we're built different.
부품 때문이 아니라 갑자기 덮쳐 들어온 거니까 그런 거고. 지금은 여기 우리를 도와주실 분들이 이렇게나 많이 있으니까. 맞다. 우리 완전 거질 때부터 보트센터 세우는 걸 도와주던 분들도
Aww.
도와주겠지? 이번 기회에 속 시원하게 박살내.
I'm so happy Olga's back. She's great.
킹크랩게
Yeah.
내수 담금주도 더 만들고.
누님?
우리도 나눠줄 거지?
우리요?
이번 킹크랩계는 몇 년씩이나 해를 묵었다고 하니까요. 같은 놈이겠네요.
아무튼 그놈만 잡아 죽이면 해결된다는 거 맞냐?
바로 그렇지.
They get along like peanut butter and jelly.
바로 그렇다는데 시계 대가리.
I have a name. Heathcliff turned to me,
All I know is
visibly
that
eager to go up and crush some shells. Go ahead.
So Xiao will be back, find her husband, and be like, "Man, honey, you're alive." She's like, "Man, why are you on fire?"
Like, Zhao's husband was working as a fireworker, so she just sees his wife on fire and is just like, oh, hang on.
Why isn't this working? This usually works.
This story, Yan is just mucking about.
Oh god, that's right, typewriter's still around.
아니요. 차라리 잘 됐지 않나요?
Ishmael?
나 참, 이스 어디 있다가 온 거야?
당연히 대호수에서 버틸 수 있는 준비들을 하고 있었죠. 고래에 대한 가이드라도 빼곡하게 만들어둬야 최소한의 공부라도 하지 않겠나요?
나 그런 거 안 읽는 거 알면서 또 그런다.
Reading's hard.
그럼 읽을 수밖에 없도록 귀에 못이 박히게 해드리죠. 관리자님, 보셨죠? 저희에게는 아직도 시간이 필요해요. 준비해야 할 것도 훨씬 많고요. 저 킹크립계는 쫓아낼 수 있는 거잖아요. 그럼 그렇게 해두고 버스 개조는 좀 더 뒤로 미루죠. 그렇게 시간을 벌면...
Ishmael. I'm not sure. My lack of memory doesn't help, of course, but... I don't get what you're so scared of, or what we're supposed to be preparing for. As much as I want to respect your opinions and reflect on them, I don't think this is the best for all of us, so...
모두는 무슨 모두예요.
There she goes.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
솔직해지죠, 저희. 지금 여기에 정말로 모두를 위해서 희생하는 사람들이 있나요?
I kinda wish you were here to see that.
다들 자신만의 목표를 이루기 위해 림버스 컴퍼니와 계약했죠. 저도 이전번의 이상 씨도 그리고 나머지의 모든 수감자들도요. 결국 자신이 이루고 싶은 걸 이루기 위한 거 아닌가요?
She doesn't realize, but I feel like she's being very hypocritical here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
그리고 당신도 기억을 되찾기 위해서 생전 알지도 못했던 황금 가지라는 걸 억지로 찾아다니고 있는 거잖아요.
Can't believe Ishmael's gone full doomer on us.
누구보다 개인적인 동기로 움직이면서 왜 모두를 위하는 척이신 거죠?
I don't think this is Doomer as much as it is. Oh, I see. You're trying to fuck me over. She's going full paranoia.
감히 관리자님께.
그만.
Virgilius, who seemed to have been discreetly listening in on our conversation, joined the conversation as though he's been a part of it from the start.
이스마일, 면담 때 분명하게 이야기했지. 계약을 지키는
Oh fuck.
우선이라고.
I have never seen him get that dark.
You have once before with Dawn.
그래요. 여기는 회사니까 그렇겠죠.
Ishmael glared at me with a face unlike anything she's shown before. I sensed clear hostility in her eyes.
그래요. 그 잘난 계약은 지키죠. 관리자님. 당신이 시키신다면 따르기는 할 거예요. 그러니까 앞으로 제게 바라는 게 있다면 확실하게 말해주세요.
Ah, I see you have also taken on the Merceau special.
앞으로 제가 주제넘게 나서서 무언가를 돕거나 설명하는 일은 없을 테니까.
Let me see, we're going the malicious compliance route.
뭐예요? 저 집채만하게 큰 놈 죽이러 가자는 명령 아니었나요? 명령해 주시는 대로 계약에 따라 기꺼이 따르죠. 관리자 단테님.
After Ishmael finished speaking, she blankly stared at me as if awaiting my order. To which I could only reply with, "Let's go." As soon as I finished, Ishmael turned around and left shop as if on cue. All I could do was lead the other sinners and follow her. Just then... Heard the sounds of crashing waves and roars of an all-crushing storm. Visions of destruction passed before me. Limbs and bits of flesh tearing off in the shredding storm that brings crashing waves. Ishmael hanging onto his ship for dear life. And the behemoth of an eye, its overwhelming and all-consuming size looming over the ship, watching her in silence. Perhaps this could be a clue to Ishmael's perplexing behavior.
Split your lungs with blood and thunder!
I didn't think it was actually going to be a white whale, but here we are. Oh, hell yeah. This song fucks. Oh, this is an Abno fight.
This is the song you'll be listening to a whole lot of time.
Excellent. Oh, I don't think Heath was a good idea here. Oh my god, this song is awesome! What the fuck?
I brought Heath on this fight.
How many waves was it?
2.
Oh, Rodeo, what are you doing?
Bombing is a weird skill that, for some reason, a lot of times people my sinners tend to fail on. I guess.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Well, Rodion only had 2 of her base skills, so, like, that was a dire clash to begin with. But, like, losing against that was real fucking bad.
아군들이 무너졌다. 재정비를 해보는 게 좋아.
No, this is a 3-wave. But the thing is, for the EX clear, you have to do under 15.
Yeah. Which doesn't seem too, impossible.
No, it's not. It's not impossible. Compared to freaking chapter 4 shit.
Well, I guess Ish should clear that up real quick. Man, Pride doesn't really do well in this fight. Wait, why is that crab attacking the other crab?
Discriminate attack. Or also, this thing is, one of their passives is, if they're below a certain threshold, they'll attack their allies.
Ah, I
have
see.
Cannibalism. Crababolism.
And they heal basically the amount of how much damage you do. They only heal double if they kill.
적출할게요.
There we go.
제대로 찝었군.
It pains me to use this ability with no tremor.
다음은 어디요? 와, 엄청난 공격이었어.
Time to cook crab. Ugh.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈
Wait,
수 있겠다.
this fucking song.
It's time for memories of Bongi.
Remembering just thinking that I could see in my mind's eye of him probably just staying and waving his arms and eating it.
가자.
I can't wait for the big king crab to have tremor burst.
행구도. 아, 옛날 버릇이. 적사살. 좋아.
I so want to use Rip Space, but like, fucking, it's gonna be weak because of the slash resistance. Rhodia doesn't have enough energy. Fucking stellar. We do have her ult. I love how fucking hard the song goes. It's awesome. Did you up tie for anybody yet? I have an entire burn team that is up tie 4, and also Death Grips Faust.
I hadn't tied up tie 4 to anyone yet.
Up tie is really good for some people.
Yup.
Like, the burn team, 3 of them have, they get +1 power for every 6 burn on an enemy up to 4, which is really fucking good.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Well, does Rhodia have the energy? She does not, because it consumed it. Yeah, I know our Heath gets some form of ammo reload on his guard, I believe.
숨기기 딱 콩 한 방 먹었어.
이제 쓸만해졌고. 나이스. 하나
Oh
죽였다.
shit. King Crab. He's a lot smaller than I thought. Powerful pummeling. How much ammo do you got, my dude? Emergency nutrient supply. Man, Ryoshi's attacks aren't looking too hot. Wait, what? Oh, I guess he has the shell attack, like, by default and doesn't need ammo for it. And it's attacking effectively everyone? Fuck?
This guy has nothing but fucking AoE attacks.
Also, I haven't really been getting any good cards, which is problematic. Aw, unopposed, fuck. I know what I could do. Guess what, guys? Time for soda! Soda time, motherfucker!
I figured it was this thing was all about Rupture since the Identity's guard thing. Their guard move gives them Rupture resist.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Prime cut! It's time for magical boys. I'm glad I got this on camera.
자, 만선이에요.
It's also very well detailed. Like, there's a lot of detail in Hong Lu's animation there.
Lovingly rendered.
Lovingly rendered fish boatman. Time for a ride. That did a lot of damage.
방금은 전략의 승리야. 계속 밀어붙이자.
The crew I have here is Slice Bushy saying R Heath, but R Verso, Cooper Faust.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
Was it the Hong Lu Yacht now? The Billboard edition. Okay, what was my 7?
Sadly, I do not have the energy to do much more with Donkey. But I do have a quick suppression ready in the fucking chamber. And that looks like a very tasty fish. I could also make another soda.
I think it was 7 Otis. Last.
God, this music fucking whips ass. Holy shit.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 자, 한 건 했고.
I think I have Donkey on Uptide 4. I don't know. Fucking annihilate that fish.
파쇄 완료.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
이제 쓸만해져.
Prime cooking. Got both of my first 11 pulls. Wait, so did you just do like a 10 pull and then a 1? According to Virgilius, the people at the boatworks have been saving up for a trip back to V-Corp's backstreets where the fixer office used to be. After experiencing a warp train malfunction, they apparently decided they'd rather take the car. I considered telling them the truth I learned from a number of identities, but I figured ignorance is bliss and kept my figurative mouth shut. Maybe I fear that things I said would bring bad results again. Like how Ishmael has fallen out with me.
자, 걸려라.
오, 걸렸어.
후, 이걸로 완성이네요.
마침 밀물대네요. 지금 출발하실 수 있을 겁니다.
자, 그럼 보트 형태로 전환.
오, 이렇게 변하는군.
I can't believe our boat has a magical girl transformation.
Just
이
like on
차량을
Wu.
설계한 분이 존경스럽네요. 사실 저도 듣기만 들었지 실제로 이렇게 작동하는 건 처음 봐서. 아마 이 차량의 핵심만 건재하다면 다른 형태로도 충분히 바뀔 수 있을걸요?
Oh, so the Limbusy could be literally anything.
어떻게 이런 코어가 존재할 수 있는 거죠? 정말 대단하다는 말밖에는 나오지가 않네요.
네, 파우스트는 대단합니다.
I am fucking incredible.
자, 그럼 다들 탑승하세요. 물가에 가서 배로 다시 전환하면 될 거예요.
Aboard the now boat-shaped Mephistopheles, we forged ahead into the ever-rising waters. My relationship with Ishmael was still precarious, which is something I still wasn't sure what to do about. But since some of the simmers were also trying to be supportive towards Ishmael, I decided that it would be best if I tried to come up with a solution in the meantime. Maybe I'll find out more the further we get in from the shores of the Great Lake.
잘 나아가네요.
그럼 우리 이제 돈 받아서 외식하러 갈 수 있는 거야?
돈이라면 아까 받았어요. 계약 이행 완료하자마자 재배지 협회에서 보낸 배송 전문 해결사가 오시더니 바로 잔금을 치러주시던데요.
Devsha?
That is Russian for 9.
Ah.
오, 생각보다 어마어마한 회사였는데. 좋아. 잔뜩 벌었으니 오늘은 크랩게 말고 오랜만에 돼지고기 어때? 삼겹살로.
That sounds fucking good though. Damn, all good. What the fuck?
좋죠, 누님.
그런데 미카.
네?
이번 개조 목록에 잠수 기능도 있었어?
그럴 리가요.
Oh no.
저거
Oh, no.
비우는 것 같은데.
야, 빨리 물 빼!
Oh.
Olga's face is awesome.
Well,
양동이는 어딨죠?
Wait, how did we not have a submersible? I thought the boat was set to float.
Apparently not.
이곳에
출발할게.
Oh, Lord.
보글보글.
We're off. Glub glub.
구명보트 꺼내올게요.
위약금 낼 준비나 해야겠네요.
Oh man, I thought they'd be able to get back.
저작군.
We're so screwed. Oh, that's gonna be great. Finn! I was spoiled on this screen because somebody tweeted FINN. With our frantic attempts to drain the bus and Charon's skillful rowing, we managed to get back to the boatworks and have the bus repaired. With that, our voyage on the Great Lake began somehow in earnest. Oh, that's what she has. She has her oar. Okay.
If anything, when you come across the whale seems more of like a force nation than anything, considering how fucking large it
더
is.
해칠 거 없어?
So
난
it's
이제
like not like
시작인데.
something you'll be able to actually like take on. So this last thing is basically the same thing. It's the crap is basically just
It's scrap farming. It's what I'm going to be playing for the foreseeable future.
Indeed. It's basically the last. It's the same as the last fight, just without any of the cutscenes.
Well, how about I not do that for the evening?
해가 졌으니까 슬슬 쉬어봐야죠. 마침 담궈놓았던 비장의 술이 완성되는 날이거든요.
By the way, I'm past level 201. Ugh. How about we take a little bit of a break by first what do we pull on? Because I have Magical Boy Hong Lu.
Yeah, you done yet?
Oh, is the fucking Merceau banner gone?
Yes.
God damn it. Well, it's
the other ones.
It's Rio now.
Yeah, I could get Eyes Wide Open Ryoshu, or I could get Donkey. She has fucking sparkles. Yeah, let's give it a shot. What the fuck am I hoarding this money for? It exists to be spent. Oh.
Lamau.
Nope. Illegal.
Lamau.
Let's slide it again. There. What? Fuck
There
this
you
game.
go.
Well, there you go.
Spider.
How did I not get what I wanted? What's happening here?
Well, you technically did get something you wanted, but
Yeah, I got Eyes Wide Open Ryoshu, like I was debating on the entirely wrong banner. What the fuck? Am I a full No, I still have these two. And egos, I I really should get this, honestly.
Well, the Dimension Shatter thing is good, but it's taking the same slot as Sun Shower, which
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it?
Sun Shower has better utility mostly because it has the fact that being like a multi-hit. Also, like it
So,
gives you defense.
I could probably get Donkey relatively easily. Merceau is the one where I'm kind of like, eh. Because I need 120 boxes, or 120 shards, which is 60 boxes. But I need 250 here, which is 125 boxes. How many boxes am I at?
해가 졌으니까 슬슬 쉬어봐야죠. 마침 담궈놓았던 비장의 술이 완성되는 날이.
It may not be enough for both.
It is decidedly not enough for both.
Unless you're real lucky.
No. Like, I don't even think with, like, even if I were to mathematically somehow hit all threes all the time, I usually gun for 2, so if I go for that, I would overflow on one of them. The question is, what do we want, really? See, for me, my mindset is, above all else, I want a reason to fucking use Merceau. But I don't know if Rhino Merceau is, like, hot.
I like Rhino Merceau.
I mean, yeah, you were the Rhino during Ruina.
No, it's not just that. It's just the fact that he's pretty good.
I mean, I've kind of slept on him, so.
He's actually pretty good at getting charge.
Yeah, he gets charged on it. The fact that he just gets bleed out the ass.
I mean, I've been looking for a reason to get a Rhino going, and I'm closer to Don Quixote than I am with Rhino, so we should probably get the harder track out first. Also, it's a bit of a tell, but could someone clip the eyes wide open pull? The one that just absolutely fucking baffled me.
Yeah, I think I probably because I wasn't sure what I wanted. I might have Merceau be my first 4-up tie.
I'd like to see that because, like, with what I've had, I've never really had a reason to use Merceau.
His Rose Banner ID wasn't that bad.
It didn't clash well was the issue. I felt I was left really wanting.
Yeah, it started falling off at a point, but it's too terrible. N-Corp Merceau was not that bad either. But honestly,
so I would have to use 122 boxes here, but probably 125.
Do 122 just to be safe, then just a little like.
And then cover the distance, yeah.
Or you could be me and try to shard for Honglu, come up short, then get enough for another pull, and fucking get his ego. I live in pain.
I mean, it happened with me with Boatworks Ishmael. I freaking do the thing. I buy her, and then it's like
it happened.
Okay.
It happened to me with Party Boy Honglu.
I still don't have boat mail.
Wow, we overshot it. Interesting. We might have enough for Don Quixote. I'm doing the math right.
If you roll 2s on all of it, you have exactly enough.
Ah, beans. We could get that hella easily, though.
Yeah, time to get yourself Merceau.
Yeah, time to get me a large lad.
You just got up.
Yeah, that's where the issues are gonna lie. Because I'm running low on thread. It's weird looking at him here because he doesn't look large at all.
Well, it's because he's in his regular suit, and you also have to understand where he's at in that picture.
I have tomorrow off, so I feel like we could afford a little bit of fun here. Let's turn off spoiler warnings.
Yeah, 'cause that's the suit that's the outfit underneath the suit.
Let's go for a trip.
You're gonna use him. You might want to up him first.
Oh, I'm not gonna use him. Don't worry. I don't have the resources again, but I want to show off my my dungeon team. Oh, this game fucking rules. Thanks, game.
And you get so that they'll never be.
So what I usually go with, because of who I uptied, is Faust, Ryoshu, Merceau, Honglu, Gregor, Ishmael, and I believe, Rhodia for my first passive. And you'll see what I mean in a minute, but like, it's gonna be deceptive because the first one is Uptide Death Grips. Because she is our healer. And our team is really good at generating fluid sac resources. Yeah, Merceau was in the rabbit's graduation ceremony.
No, not graduation. It's called the hatchery.
Yeah, that's it.
Which, to gain combat effective, combat ready or combat effective units, how hardcore, I guess because of the replication technology, they clone the shit out of you, throw you into a building, and then into a room. Basically, you get to battle royale yourself.
For this team specifically, I think I want to use fourth match flame for her because she enables burn. I was debating uptying eyes wide open.
Essentially, it's like we're like burnt. It's insane.
So I always felt like Roseate Desire was kind of crap, and I'm glad that Soda's here now. Because Soda's a way better role filler than Roseate.
Roseate Desire sucks. Yes, it does suck.
No, here's the powerhouse. And funnily enough, I don't really use Rhodia at all on my team. Well, let's go back, actually, to prove a point. Because the thing about Rhodia is that her passive is really important to this team. It's Gambler. The ally with the most HP deals 20% more damage with heads coins. We make a lot of fucking red in this team. And, specifically, we want Ishmael to be the one who receives that buff. We want to fix this gamble. And finally, Gregor. Gregor, surprisingly good later on when we get our other passive. We're also not using Leisureman because this team does not generate green whatsoever.
Unless you get yourself the funny egos.
But yeah, this is my team. It is a burn team, and it is a very heavily uptied burn team. And it works well even without the ego gift that we started with.
But now that you have it, Zhao moment. You are fire.
I am fire. Not a lot of bludgeon fights here. But here's the funny part. You know how I said I have a Merceau here on the team? Team comp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't use Merceau at all. Merceau is only here for his passive. Because it turns anybody with a lower speed into inflicting more burn. But also his coins kinda suck. But the real problem is, if we use him, he has the higher HP, so he would steal the damage buff from
Rhodia?
Yeah. No, not... Yeah, steal Rhodia's buff to Ishmael.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Well... This is so weird, because I used to keep saying cow.
White whale, holy grail.
Blood and thunder.
최선을 다해보세요.
And we're gonna win race to victory.
방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
The weird thing about burn is that it's better as the fight goes on, because everybody on the burn team who's uptied, they get more coin power and damage for every 6 burn on an enemy. So the longer the fight goes on, the more damage we do. But also, just, like, Liu Ish is kind of a brick shithouse.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Even when an enemy resists blunt, she fucking tears ass.
부드럽게.
Also, her ultimate fucking rules. We didn't get to do the cool thing where she has a little bit of, like, a taunt whenever she staggers with her ult.
I feel like doesn't work for some reason.
It only works if
No.
the last hit staggers or kills, and it has to be the last hit.
None of the Liu identities have the important skill that is Tetsuzanko.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's the thing, though, is that.
No. Well, like, I thought that too. I thought it randomly doesn't work, but it specifically says on kill or stagger on that coin. So it can't be done earlier. It has to be on the last coin.
That's so annoying.
And here's the worst part. It doesn't count a second stage stagger. It's only the first. A thin thing wearing human skin was dancing in place, clicking and creaking. It soon spots me. Clopping like a spider, it talks to me. I made this face yesterday. Flip, flip, twip, chirp. What do you think I'll make tomorrow? What face should we make? No expression?
No expression.
Don't make any? How do I do that? How? A hazy racket of confused sounds and rapid spins stirred the air. Then only a leather mask remained where it stood. Ah, yeah. This is actually pretty good for us because our entire team is blunt. Also, I'm kind of parched. I'm going to get a drink real quick, but we are going to go later just because, you know, I have tomorrow off.
Our problem with this dungeon is I keep going for the blunt fights because I'm trying to get to good music. I never want to play.
I'm just waiting for the next Refraction Railway to have Bongi in it. And, and Crab.
Bongi was like, oh, Crab! Honestly, it wasn't too... Unless they did do something with the crabs, it wasn't too bad. They aren't super, like, terrible. Bongi, on the other hand, ooh. Yes, Hyling did in fact miss it because he wasn't reading the skill.
Reading is hard.
Sorry about that. I also got called to take the trash out.
How dare you?
I do like this team, but it's also like a very big example that Burn team still isn't quite there yet. Because my Burn team only has 3 Burn characters. At most, you could have 4. It's fucking weird.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러
I mean, there's one other Burn identity you can add to the team.
Sinclair?
Yep.
His burn is kind of pitiful, and I think he would steal Gamble. But also,
which is a problem because he doesn't want to roll heads.
Yeah. And also, like, brain work. I kind of wanted to make a team that didn't rely on Sinclair.
순식간에 끝내죠.
And I like
that, and Claire's just kind of terrible in dungeons.
Yeah, that's also the issue. Also, look at all those fucking Hellerfly buffs.
노래 들까? 완벽한 한 방.
Is that a one turn?
Leave. Get a loose association identity that uses a weapon.
I know, right? Something that creaks, squeaks, and shakes is stood before us. Inside it is a pink. Oh, we fucking want this. It heaves whenever the liquid container shakes. Or it might be the liquid's movement that causes the massive glass body to move. The liquid seems to consist of multiple things and beings. Each droplet has its own face. One sad-looking droplet is pushed away by its mean-faced peers. The glass giant trembles and a pink droplet is ejected. The droplet is crying.
Bert. The droplet.
Is that how we get it?
Yes.
Lust or pride? Only... How do I comfort a droplet? As odd as the orders sound, the sinner does their best to lift the spirits. The droplet seems to have perked up thanks to the sinner's efforts. I could be free thanks to you. It feels as though the droplet said something like that. Soon enough, it disappeared from view and an object that looked like a big glass container was left in its place. Child within a flask.
당연하지.
This item is fucking great. We're gonna spam... If you get that, you basically beat hard mode, which I kind of wish I saved for the stream, but, you know, what the fuck can I do?
끌어넘칠 시간이군요.
Boat Center. I'm really glad that, like, Muller team is alright. They were low-key one of my favorites. Death.
순식간에 끝내죠.
Also, I miss you, Ida.
No, my.
대성공이야. 가론 신나.
Now we should be able to see the flare here. Oh no. Oh right, because we hit second stagger.
탱고도. 아, 옛날 버릇이. 적사살, 좋아.
That might do it.
정화.
Nah, it's not gonna kill. That's the big disappointing thing about execution, is that it's so little damage comparatively.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Look at all this fucking orange on my bar. It's disgusting.
이대로 가보자고.
Fuck him up. The only unfortunate thing is that Ida resists blunt, so this is gonna be a slog.
보냈고. 균형이 무너졌군요.
But she doesn't resist being on fire.
Yeah.
생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
46 burn damage over 12 turns. Well, you kicked her. Rip my spicy lady. Oh, hell yeah.
White whale, holy grail.
Oh.
Coffee cranes.
Now I'm looking at Skeletal Crumb for future runs. Yeah, I think with this one we want Coffee and Cranes, which is also a pretty good hard mode gift. Because, like, by the time you get to floor 5 of hard mode, you will not be winning clashes with basic skills. So you want to be able to consistently throw out egos every turn. Which is pretty fucking rough.
Yup.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Anything that gives ego resources is good for hard? Yes! Like, being able to stack a resource and keep it is very pivotal.
내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Also, we have access to 6 fighters now, but I don't really use one until we get to the store. Because I still don't want anybody in the rosters to actually be used, so, how about I just throw a fluid sack out there?
순식간에 끝내죠.
I've seen people abuse poise. How do they beat the clashes with poise? God, that did like no damage to them. That was fucking sad. Coffee and Cranes is the best one because it isn't locked to Gloom. Counterpoint, if you were lucky enough to get Faust Fluid Sack, you kind of want the lighter for all the Gloom. But I see what you're getting at. It's more versatile than anything. Dead.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
확실히 빼는 게 좋지.
I just realized that one of Honglu's moves is taken straight from Andy Bogard.
순식간에 끝내죠.
불타올랐군요.
Which soda needs to kill Darklight? Is it Honglu's or Ryoshu's?
I think it's Rio's.
Yeah. Honglu's needs to kill.
What?
Egos, soda. Heal 2 allies with the lowest HP for 10. Heal 10 SP to allies with least HP. When an ally is defeated, the ally with the least SP heals 1. Whenever an enemy is defeated, the amount of SP heal increases by 2. Ah, I see. I would not bank on the passive, honestly. I feel like the active is way more important because it's like more and now. And not a lot of enemy waves have repeating spawns. Now with Ryoshu's soda, where you get resources per kill, that's really fucking good. Oh yeah, Persona's heals definitely for more, but I feel like soda is accessed faster, if that makes sense. But that's like my first thoughts. I haven't actually like tested it. Speaking of, might as well throw out some raw supers. Poise gets a lot of support and gifts. I had a normal run where Rodeo was slamming straight into 100% crit rates. Oh, really? I know there's a lot of Poise gifts, but I'm never like quite sure if I have a Poise team or not. Because I have Blade Lineage, Sinclair, and Yisong. I have Kumakuro, Rodeo, but I don't know where I'd go from there.
야호, 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Yeah, the Poise 4 for all is so busted. But like, there's only 3 Poise characters, right?
There's more than that. It's Blade Lineage, Zwaija.
Blade Lineage. The 3 Blade Lineage characters.
Oh right, Otis has a Blade Lineage. I forgot.
Elcorp Faust.
Elicor Faust, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember her having it, but I know that Rhodia.
Oh right, Rhodia has it. I forgot about that.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Blade Lineage Yisung also has it. Yes, that's one of the ones I initially declared because it was Yisung, Sinclair, and Rhodia were my first thoughts.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
Let's throw out some Mariah Supers. Fuck it. If it works for hard mode, it works for me. Wow, 2 people are going for Ryoshu right now.
부드럽게.
And I'll never know how defensive skills work. I thought it'd have a. I thought the dodge would activate there. How does the passive on Soda Ryoshu work?
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Poison needs up tie 4, yeah. I felt like that's how Burn was too. Six is going at Ish, 5 is going at Ish. Ish is getting 2 at her. And I don't know how I'm supposed to stop that. Because no one's getting enough speed to intercept this shit. This is getting kind of fucking annoying. Thoughts on Boatworks? I haven't had time to get him because I just got him on stream. Enemy has 5 sinking, the target loses. Ooh, that's a good payoff.
Boatworks Sinclair seems good.
I like the thought of gamble, but we have to see it in execution.
I mean, the problem with gamble is that you don't really want to actually spend on Sinclair.
So the problem I'm going to face now is that Ishmael's going to get hit, which means she might lose gamble.
부드럽게.
And I think that's like the biggest weakness of Liu Ishmael. There we go. That shit's great. The big weakness of Liu Ishmael is that her defensive skill sucks. Like if it's not dodge, it's kind of an ass defensive skill. Death.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
They made these abnormality fights a lot harder, and it's kind of rough.
부드럽게.
Like, remember the days when you used to just fucking run these things over?
자, 변신 완료. 만선이에요.
Oh my god, did he kill with that ult?
시작이 됐어.
So insane.
대성공이야. 가름 신나. 노래 불가.
Interesting that none of the heals hit Ishmael. Stop wearing sound. Now here's an artifact that's really bizarre. Because this initial thing is not all that great, but this thing is super good. Now this is kind of one of the important parts of the build. Is that we need to get our 5th partner, our next partner, but also we need to establish other passives. So my 6th slot is Don Quixote, just because hot soup is burn. But also just W Don is incredible. That's a lot of our fucking money. But the other one we want to get is base-ish Heathcliff. Because his passive, Spite-driven, makes Gregor put out a lot of damage. It's only 10%, but that 10% goes miles since Gregor throws out a lot of dice.
Yep.
As for the final passive, I would like to get Sinclair for his N-Corp passive, but that's too expensive right now. So I just go for fucking Otis, even though the best passive she offers within the parameters is Valor, but it's not great. It requires orange, which is problematic. Orange, yellow. But wave 3, we get Yisung as our 7th and Sinclair as our passive, and that's typically how I build Burn. Sadly, we do not have anything for anything else. Well, I could be a punk. Well, this gets Ishmael back up. Oh wait, I chose a single person, didn't I? Oh well. He'll start with I kind of wish it was lowest percentage HP, but yeah, what could you do? So now we have to slightly readjust our team. Because I need Don to build charge. I also like to see more of Ryoshi's coins rather than Gregor's. But that might be a bad decision because Gregor needs to spread burn.
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거 사줄게. 물론 회사 카드로.
This might be a massacre.
Toasty.
What the hell? That was weird. Kill.
부드럽게.
완벽한 한 방.
Yeah, take a look at Gregor here.
Good lord.
대성공이야.
Yeah, Spite Driven puts him just enough over the edge to be like really good. But then you have something like Don Quixote where oh, that didn't do as much, but you know. All heads on leap is just close enough to an ult.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
We might kill this thing before we get to the gimmick. The only flaw about Don Quixote is that her basic attack is so garbage.
부드럽게.
But yeah, I'm quite pleased with Burn build. Like, Festivore jokes about it all the time, but Burn is in fact back on the menu. Oh, we might not kill it in time for the gimmick. As I open my fucking mouth. Wait.
It's always on the menu.
It's fucking great, isn't it, Festivore? Oh, hell yeah. This just turns on the team. Are you kidding?
Oh, and Skeleton Crumbs is nice when you have you saying in Boatish.
Yeah, yeah. Like, when you have it built for it, it's great, but we're a burn build, and Dust to Dust is so fucking good.
Now all you need is Fiery down.
Yeah. Then that'd just be excessive.
Listen, it's fun when you have burn count over 80.
I was more partial to the 399 burn instance I had on Red Papers, which turned into 99 burn on everybody on my team. God, I forgot how fucking good this song is. Neutral, hello? Fuck that.
Keep going for the blunt fights and hope for getting this song, but I keep not getting it.
Yeah, you keep getting nail, right?
Either nail or just the other, like, it's just the other one. It's still good music, but it's just not this song.
Stank hand. Burn is one of the things I'm considering for the first team comp. N-Corp as well. I looked at N-Corp stuff and they don't really seem, like, even though it seems like they work on paper, they really don't seem to.
Their whole thing is going fanatic and inflicting as much nails as you possibly can.
That just seems slow compared to, like, Burn. Which Burn is fucking Burn. Like, Burn's so fucking good.
Well, making a character fanatic does also make them stronger. It's just that,
It's one of the few sources of, like, just straight up skill power in the game.
Good job closing it out, Gregor. I just realized that W. Don Quixote still has her sneakers.
Yep. I don't think she gets rid of them in any of her identities.
Yeah, the big joke is that in her her nail identity, she has the sneakers in the greaves.
Actually, wait. I'm looking at. I have Sank Don Quixote right now. I'm gonna take a look once this attack phase is over.
Which one?
Sank.
Oh, do you think she betrayed? Do you think she betrayed Rostiante?
I don't think so, but it's worth looking.
I can't believe she betrayed the law.
Nope, she still has her sneakers.
Nice. So I think these, for a while after the update, these guys are bugged as fuck.
Yeah, because one of them, look, you see the one in the bottom right corner, it doesn't have the resurrection effect on them.
Do I wanna fucking...
Well, you have one of the Excision Boys, except he's dry.
Yeah, let's go for it.
It made me look at them and was like, wait a second, did they put the regular versions in this? Oh shit, but it's like, no, it's the resurrected one. It just doesn't have the revive effect on them for some reason.
Awoo.
Big awoo energies.
I like how
17 fucking damage. Ew.
I like how Dawn's thing for that is she's the charred corpse on the wolf.
Yeah.
Also, the Excision Boys you smash on them.
Well, about that, Festivore, we don't really have Slash on this team. I think the only person that has Slash is Ryoshi, yeah.
Oh no, I don't have
wait.
Slash.
No, Donkey has it too.
It says this person with two not kukris, yes.
You know, kukris for stabbing.
No, they're very blunt, as we know.
I could be autoing, but like I don't trust the paddle boys.
기회인 것 같소.
불타올랐군요.
보냈고.
God, even Liu Ish's base attack is fucking incredible. Like, red kick hits hard. Incorp fast T4 is scarier because she lowers defense at a certain nail count. Ah, I wish I could check. There's a long, wide road ahead. You see someone with a sign at the entrance. This is a one-way road. No U-turns. If you take this road, it'll take ages to come back here. As the person claims, the road seems to be stretched almost endlessly into the distance. What do we do, Festivor? Because I know this artifact's pretty good. We kind of want this.
I forget, because I know I did this one and I failed it, and I think.
Go back the way you came.
Yeah, I think it's go back. I think it's taking the byway is the bad choice.
The road may seem vacant right now, but take it for a bit and you'll see. The road is jam-packed with cars, and you'll be slowed to a crawl. Turning around is not an option either. That would be a car right behind you by the time you decide to go back. You made the right choice. It lightly smiled. The sign was still held high for whoever might enter this highway in the future. Oh, this is not the one I was thinking of. But free cost is pretty good. Funny that it's listed as a gluttony skill. I don't want to fight more abnormalities, so I'm gonna go over here. Because I'm a big baby.
맛있는 경험을 기대하지.
He has a real good ego to get early. What are we on, floor 2?
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
무슨 맛일까?
Fine cooking.
완벽한 한방.
God, fucking Chef Ryoshi's so crazy.
야호, 이기는 편, 우리 편.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
다음.
한놈.
보내 다음은 어디요?
Her, like, Ish's red skill, like, under my conditions, consistently does like 160 damage. It's insane. Endorphin kit. When gaining poise, gain more poise. Fuck. I'll take it, I guess.
It does absolutely jack all for you, so you don't have anyone who generates poise with skills.
Yup. It's fucking great.
It's something. If you pick up Inhaler later, it'll be good.
It's
but...
generate through skills, not through artifacts.
Oh.
Yup. I thought the same thing.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않는다는 사람 누구야?
Oh, Ish is at a bad clash here, what? You know what'd be really funny? Angry Ishmael.
Yes, Cowgirl Ishmael.
정화.
Time to post the art that I made. Not actually.
균형이 무너졌군요.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Don't want to get you banned.
Ah, you mean like how fucking the great hero Max got banned from Poo Cube?
Yeah.
One Room Hero's fucking great.
이쪽이군. 아, 거기였나?
Giant fucking mace.
완벽한 한방.
Sadly, that attack kind of sucks, but it's still funny.
우리 편.
I still like the idea that you try to overclock Art of Star. She loses like HP from inactivating it. So if you lose enough HP from it to get staggered, it just cancels the move out entirely.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, oops.
Oh man, we're on floor 3 already.
끌어넘칠 시간이군요.
This is just a team of spear users right here, isn't it? Oh, God.
What was the sort of spear that Hong Lu uses again? Is that a Guandao?
I think so, yeah. What are you weak to? Pierce. Wonderful. Well, I do have a pierce attack. Wait, hang on. No, you hate blunt, so we don't want that. There we go. Now I can guess. Wait, Ardor Blossom Star is blunt? What?
The overclock is.
Oh, that's obnoxious. Yeah, fuck it. We ballin'. Hong Lu is on an awkward clash here as well because he has to fight the fucking cheater. What's he weak to? Blunt. Soda?
순식간에 끝내죠.
Wait, I thought you were fighting the fucking super boss. Does Soda have targeting conditions?
만선이에요.
Lowest HP, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, I guess this is fine because this one is weak to blunt.
아직 살아 있을 거야.
I forget what Ishmael's base ego passive does. It's something really good.
It's compulsion. +1 power if you're winning the clash, -1 if you're
먼저
losing.
끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거
가까이 오지 마세요.
물론
다치십니다.
Clash Power 2 and clashes where their win rate is in the unit's favor. Ah, I see. She wants you to not throw her into awful circumstances.
Too bad.
You are now facing the whale, young lady. Deal with it.
부드럽게.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
It also makes, specifically it makes favorite a lot more guaranteed.
숨기기
Yeah.
한 방법 있어.
확실히 떼는 춤 좋.
Because, like, dominate's a sure thing, and that pushes favorite to dominate.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
야호. 이기는
It is what we in the
편.
magic community call winning more.
You know, except when Ishmael rolls the 5% chance to fail her coin flip and rumble crumble. Not speaking from experience or anything.
Lamau. Just get lucky. As I feel the fucking tiger claws grasping around my neck.
Yeah, sure, Mr. Pulled fucking bowler Ishmael on the first pull. Yeah, Yeah, imagine that.
I still think the best pull on events was doing Hell's Chicken. I get Ryoshu and Sinclair in the same pull.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all.
Hey, Teepers, what's up?
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Split your eyes with Blood and Thunder, TPR.
It's your ones.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, it's guaranteed, Dark Knight, don't worry. As I always sit here going, tee-hee, :3. :3C. Overclock that shit. I want a party.
You see, it's shit like that that make me want to draw Dopamine Chain in a bikini of spite, but I know if I do that, Torpo is going to show up with a pipe bomb, so...
무슨 맛일까?
Be thankful for Torpo, is what I'm saying.
Now the question is, will she roll heads? I always feel like Telepole never rolls heads. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I don't know what's going on with Deep Rock Galactic.
완벽한 한 방.
Isn't that good though?
No, that's not, because the ice geysers are throwing ice everywhere in your clothes.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if it was a resource or a hazard. Because admittedly, I didn't really stick with DRG like everybody else did.
You should. It's fun. Rock and stone.
It is, but like, it didn't stick with me, you know?
You don't vibe with it?
I don't vibe with it.
That's fine. Not everybody has to vibe with everything.
I'm instantly putting telepoles that you don't need to roll heads to get the charge on everyone. Oh yeah. I was hoping to get more charge though, because like the attraction for me is to just like go like hit rip space ASAP. Oi. Fucker. Let's see if I have enough to get my expensive identities and a treat.
Ashes to ashes. Oh fuck.
I saw that, yeah, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to afford it with the funny shit I'm gonna be doing right now. $300. That should be enough. Cause then I just get Death Grip Sinclair, but not anything with him because he's just gonna be a passive roll. Oh.
And there's also Thrill there, which I'm super mad that it didn't give me that on my fucking Rupture playthrough.
Okay, but hear me out. The coin.
Coin.
Oh, the coin.
What does Ashes to Ashes do again?
If everybody has burn at the end of the team, apply 2 burn to everybody.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of underwhelming compared to getting out 2 fluid sacks for free.
Yeah, coin is really good. Coin is basically make your character insane, but throw out 2 supers at once.
Pretty sure the second one doesn't actually cost sanity.
It does. I've zeroed out Yi-Song on hard mode dungeons accidentally.
Oh. Oh, right, because, Sun Shower just, refunds its cost, actually.
Fluid Sack does.
Well, Sun Shower, if you roll heads, basically refunds its cost because you get 15 sanity for every hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does it say
It's
that?
good. You don't have it uptight enough.
Oh, is it like uptie 4?
Pretty sure it's uptight 3.
Well, now that we have our 7th contestant, I do have to organize my inventory again. There we go. And these are our participants. So the fun thing about Sinclair is that even when he's not in the rosters, cornering is really good. It's not consistent because if everybody has like the max SP, it gets random, but like it's still 10% damage somewhere on a full blunt team.
제가 앞에 서죠.
It's not, well, going back to what TPR said, it's not boring. I'm just not like chilling with it is the thing. It doesn't feel like
기다리는 거 못해.
as fun to me as like say punching a zombie in the fucking face in 7 Days to Die, or the thrill of grinding in Etrian Odyssey.
Big numbers. I don't know, maybe part of it is that you don't have any of the fun modifiers yet.
Maybe, but also, I don't know. Like, that's kind of thing is that, like, I just play it and I don't really feel that spark.
I don't know. When I shoot a big fucking nuke at a horde of glyphids and see them all turn into paste, it sets something off in my brain.
I could see that, yeah. Like, the potential... Oh, uh-oh. I just realized something. I'm doing Sun Shower twice. Oh, Oh no!
Dog dressing. Dog dressing.
Oh no!
Oops.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
I didn't realize Yisung was at 0 sanity.
Oops. You did just get him.
God, I hope Ryoshi's still alive. Man, that fucked up Ryoshu and Honglu. Oops. I mean, yeah, Uptight Sunshower is pretty good, but like, I don't think it's necessary.
It's necessary. In fact, back out of the dungeon and do it now. Otherwise, you're going to have that happen again.
I have Fluid Sac, though. A cluster of eyes looks this way. The thing is in the middle has the appearance of a tree, but is human. Oops.
Blows, eyes.
Heaven sometimes burrows, other times it makes a home in the heart. Once taken root, that heaven will only be visible through the eyes of others. Close eyes?
Close eyes.
As long as... Oh my fucking god. Even with one's eyes closed, heaven is there. As long as heaven is lodged in, there is no way to avert your gaze from what you wish not to see. Meaning you may only see what it wants you to see. Even though one's eyes were closed, one's sight remains open. It'll be impossible for eyes to close. After dealing damage with pride or a ooh. So we're gonna get this twice because of our funny coin, right?
Yep.
Yisung has negative 20 sanity. Christ.
Hey, should use sun shower again.
Yeah. Fucking great. I did it because I was like, oh yeah, funny pierce skill works great. Wrong.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
Oh hell yeah.
기다려줄게.
Time to fuck him up.
정화.
Here we go.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Hey, but what if we do that again? Oh my gosh, she has plus 10 attack power.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
But didn't do as much damage. Interesting.
맞지? 카론, 스턴해줄게.
유효타
How are we considering that it killed?
So, I think Faust is gonna get the most attack damage this run. And after all that, she still has 40 full SP and almost fixed Ryoshu. She fixed Honglu at least.
제가 앞에 서죠.
What floor am I on? Am I on floor 4 or floor 5? Oh, it's the unfun brigade.
100초만 기다려줄게.
It's the Snake Boys.
Okay, dickbags. Man, these dice are kind of shit. I mean, I could expedite it. I could just make this fucking easy street.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh right, they have their cheater boy buffs. Guard feels so fucking worthless in this game.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요. 이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
Get him, Ryoshu. Fuck him up.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
They're both staggered. Interesting.
부드럽게. 균형이 무너졌군요.
좋아. 부위 하나를 박살냈어.
지금이 기회인 것 같소. 승객들, 저거 깨트렸어. 변상할 필요는 없으니까 계속해도 돼.
Damn it. Donkey's not there, but she could totally get there.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 자,
No.
Wow, 5 vulnerability. Where the fuck did that come from?
I think it happens when you break its arm.
불게서.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
Rotting skin. When attacked, inflict 3 points. Oh, I see. So we want to use as little dice as possible, which means Greg's about to get fucked up. I mean, I could just end this man's soul in one strike.
Do it. Kill him.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh, fuck you, game.
계속해도 돼.
Yeah, that's the reason why these guys are so fucking annoying.
금방 끝내고 버스로
Yeah,
돌아갈
because
수
they
있겠다.
cheat.
그치?
As Donkey spent her coins to do functionally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, man, everybody's gonna come out of this with poison.
정화.
I don't think there's anybody who likes this fight. It's just rude.
I find it more tolerable than, say, do you want to get hurt beetily and the electric centipede. Because I hate enemies that just don't die and exist to waste your time. That's a problem.
It's not gonna be one in a second.
Well, looking at everybody's ridiculous amount of poison.
머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
I got a fluid second.
Just fluid second, she'll be fine.
Several checks in beetily, but like centipede, depending on how unlucky you are, could go on a long time.
I mean, yeah, centipedes is not a hard fight. It's just tedious because you just have to keep beating on it until it decides to die.
Yeah, that's the same problem I have with you want to get beat hurdily.
제가 앞에 서죠.
Which is a shame because its music is pretty good and I like the name. You wanna get beat?
The game of death.
기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려.
Give me the sack. Oh my god, these clashes are awful. What the fuck? Let us go to the Palace of Wonders.
이대로 가보자고.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Let's try that again.
좋아, 계속 집중하시.
Let's get everybody in on this party.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
I don't think those offense up and defense ups are calculating the way they should be.
환상의 세계로 들어가 보죠.
The World of Wonders.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
Oh. After all that healing, Donkey continues to get fucking owned.
정화.
God, Israel put the fucking boots to that guy. Also, having Ryoshi is great on the team because if she ever kills anyone, she gives 15 HP to the person with, like, the lowest relative HP value, I believe. Because I just saw Don Quixote get healed for 15, and I'm just like, hell yeah. Damp and slippery. This is the Emerald Forest. A green rain was pouring down, seeming quite sticky. You see someone next to you holding a large piece of grass like an umbrella. Oh dear, I'd advise against being hit by this rain. Come on, get under this umbrella, all of you. If you stand in the rain, you might melt down head first.
Leave.
Yeah. I failed this one because I thought this was a trustworthy fellow. No, this is a fucking predator.
This is a Waluigi.
Oh man. Look at this fucking failure rate. Declining the offer, we pressed on in the rain. While running, you noticed something in your hand. Perhaps it's the serendipity of staying out of that umbrella. We got something we can't use!
Hooray!
Because we don't have poise.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할
It's a
겁니다.
fairy, what did you expect? Delicious treats and candies?
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
What's the SP cost of Rad Dog? 35, so I'd be spending 70 sanity. Maybe not a good idea.
Yeah, maybe not.
But good dog. Fucking Necromorph Honglu is so terrifying. Anyway, I won't be getting 2 sacks if I do this. Maybe stick with the neutral clash there, buddy.
It's fine, walk it off.
It really is funny that Yisang's beating up people with a tree branch.
Eating fan.
A fan and a tree branch.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
I have the poise IDs, I just haven't like leveled them.
한방 먹였어.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
한 번 휘두른 걸로 이렇게 나? 완전 멋있는 걸?
확실히 빼는 이제 쓸만해졌고.
자, 다음은 어디요?
How the fuck is anyone alive after that? Kill he ass.
정화. 지금이 기회인 것 같소.
힘은 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지.
I'm kind of curious what the numbers are going to be on damage after this, because, like, Ishmael is still pumping out a lot of damage, but I don't think it could keep the pace of attacking an entire mob at once twice. So now that we have our full team, we could just see what we could get here, and it's, not a whole lot.
Special contract. It's good.
Oh, I thought this was Curriculum Vitae for a second. Enemy staggered, receive fixed damage equal to 30% their max HP. Does that scale with the stagger? And too fragile. And we get the fucking sheep. Sheep is also very good. We don't get as much, but there are NV characters. This was a good shopping moment.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠소.
Yeah, this is basically how I go through hard mode as well, because unlike normal mode, in hard mode only triple lots are actually have costs. So you could get the you could get a lot of the passives really early without having to worry about spending anything.
Yep.
Wanna get some hot soup? Oh, we're gonna get double hot soup. That's really funny. Oh man, everyone's fucking dying. Great.
정화.
Time for capote.
자, 이쪽입니다.
I don't know, a lot of damage actually, shit.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Time for that sweet stew, baby.
I'm at soup.
I implore thee to try this sweet soup.
승객이 딱콩 한방 먹였어.
Wait, Yi-san got the trigger. I thought fucking Don Quixote was gonna get it.
First on the chain, not first to actually act. Sometimes it's just like that.
But Donkey was first on the chain.
It's weird.
And Ishmael was first to act.
It's weird.
So it just decided, no, we're gonna give it to Yi-san, I guess.
But it's usually first to act, actually. But yeah, weird.
It's fine. It's whatever's.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird. But also the fact that it acted after another turn. It usually goes like again, like
right?
immediately after.
다음은 어디요?
한놈 보냈고.
I like how Ishmael didn't know where to fucking go. What?
The other day I had a really funny thing happen where you saying where for some reason like he was going forward to attack the enemy, he fell through the floor.
What? Ooh, lithograph is also really good.
It just went insane. It's like, oh no, like I don't know what's going on. It's just like my screen was mostly black and it's like each thing was doing something.
This centipede is capable of discharging high voltage. That's what the sign on the tank says. This is an aquarium or a laboratory? The segments of the creature's sparks each time they move, suggesting a faulty connection. There are 2 buttons on the tank. One is shaped like a thunderbolt, while the other looks like a water drop. We want water drop here, right?
No.
Water drop gives you +2 speed for the next fight. Lightning bolt gives you the car battery.
Oh, we want the car battery. Apply stimulation and pain to the centipede to increase the discharge intensity. That seems to be what this one does. When you press it, a mechanical sound plays for a short while. An item that resembles a battery dropped through the chute below. The centipede isn't moving. Yeah, this is just good. This is good stuff. But if you're a Rupture build, it's even better.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
It's basically +3 flat damage. Yup. To every coin, specifically.
카론, 기다리는 거 못.
So for something like, say, an Ego, it's only 3 extra damage, but like for, say, Perfected Palm Strike, that is 12 damage for free.
무슨 맛일까?
Damn it, Ryoshu.
이 불 또한 예술의 방울경이지.
God, these guys are so fucking mean.
완벽한 한방.
Oh,
이 불 또한
I forgot about the coin.
예술의 방울경이지.
Uh-oh.
It's fine, she didn't go berserk. I just don't know the sanity cost of sword.
방금은 좋지 않았어. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지. 포기하지만 말자고.
Jesus fucking Christ, these guys.
대성공이야. 카론 신나.
Well, at least Ishmael took out one.
무슨 맛일까?
Give me the Goo. Goo's actually really good here.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
보냈고.
Are we not gonna get an activation of Fluid Sac again? What? This is crap. This coin's busted. Give me a new one. This coin only flips tails. What's our final boss?
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
It's a very angry Ishmael. Oh.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나. 힘내긴 해보자고.
What'd they say? Pale and Blint are what we're looking for here? Yeah, fuck it. More Fluid Sacs. How the fuck is this neutral? Oh, all of Honglu is bad here, Radical. Oh my god, it has a 27. Hello? Oh, ain't no one gonna have two good dice here, are they? Ryoshu is neutral. Wow, that's just awful.
이대로 가보자고.
This should give us 2 fluid sacks. But not a whole lot of damage.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
Hello, Adrelion. We are putting the horns to the bull.
머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
Thank you, Red Eyes.
자, 맛볼 시간.
God, I did like nothing. Fire team against the bull is really funny, yeah.
이 스며들 듯하는 비 우산이 새지나 않나 모르겠소.
God, we didn't do much damage there, did we?
무얼 잘못했는지 아는 것부터가
금방
시작이
끝내고
됐어.
버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
Fucking 152, hello? Well, favorite is now actually pretty good for Ishmael.
키워보지.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
I feel like I've been abusing Fluid Sack this entire dungeon. I don't know.
유효타 좋아.
You kind of have.
이 전투는
It's so good and free, though, is the issue. Oh wow, it beat it. What?
Ta-da!
How did it deal 200 damage?
Hitting multiple parts.
Huh.
깔끔하게 해결했네요.
Oh wow.
가는 길에 우육면 드실래요?
Even after activating Fluid Sack multiple times against mobs of people, Ishmael still got out on top on damage. By a, by a considerable amount, too. In fact, Greg kind of underperformed today. Sadly, I had done my hard mode earlier today, so I don't get any funny rewards. But I do get boxes.
해가 졌으니까 슬슬
Just like seeing
쉬어가야죠.
vibrating Ishmael, it's so funny.
담궈놓았던 비장의 술이 완성되는 날이거든요.
So what do you... So, let's see. I need 6 more on, Don Quixote. Think we're gonna get it in one?
I'll laugh if you don't.
We'll get ready to laugh. Oh. Wow.
Exactly.
That's fucking satisfying. As I whistle my way to the bank. Come here, you bastard.
자, 그대가 나와 결투할자인가?
I want to go to this, like, this dimension, wherever the hell this is, where everybody's happy and at their best. Also, what words do I have? I will never change it past this, but what words do I have?
Because you're a freak, that's why.
At least I'm not doing the fucking discharge joke. The blank opened. Charging ahead. What say you? Is it still a blank? Right now, let's get to blank. And ta-da! Blank completed.
What say you? Is it still beef noodles?
Many eyes, Rhino team, childish, and welding. Did I not get dual? What do you get from Sync Dawn?
What say you? Is it still and childish?
Ah, I see. Ta-da, beef noodles. I mean, that's pretty good. I just have to make it explicitly clear who I'm a fan of. You know, she hasn't really gotten. Well, she got Rose Spanner, which was pretty good. Three more left to go. But the problem is next week another identity is going to be announced and I'm going to cry.
Mesh Shredder thing is pretty good. It's not that bad. It's just the other deals, the two that you have left to get aren't particularly great.
Well, I'm broke. Ain't got no boxes, ain't got no threads, ain't got no pulls. But I got identities. We'll call it here until next time, which is probably going to be delayed.